Alright, I'm going live.
Okay.
I'm going live. I wasn't ready yet, bitch.
Too bad. Here's the presidential music. Is underway one word or two?
I think one.
Okay.
Unless I'm completely wrong. I probably am. I always am. I'm always wrong. You should know that about me.
Oh, well then I guess we know who's gonna win the debate.
No, I'm all
This is a
about giving
debate.
my opponent a fair chance to speak.
Not the election.
I'm not
This
ready
is
to
not the
rule him out
election.
just yet. I'm going to let Andy embarrass himself.
I do that when I get out of bed every morning, alright? I'll tell you something here, Missy. A laddie. A lassie.
Now, I want everybody in the audience to pay attention to that right now because Andy just deliberately misgendered me twice.
I'm sponsored by Muscle Milk.
Oh boy.
Muscle Milk says 20 grams of protein, 0 sugar, non-dairy protein shake. Contains no milk, includes milk protein. Buy it today at your local grocery store. I'm in their pocket.
Oh shit, there's the headphones over there. What am I? Now the question is the audio going to sync up correctly if I do this?
I don't know, is it?
The audio compared to what?
Oh, these aren't even long enough anyways, never mind. It was worth a
This is not
shot.
lot.
We haven't done anything yet and I'm already dying.
Please don't die. I asked you earlier not to die.
Okay, I'll
have
stay
life
alive for
insurance?
this.
Do you have life insurance?
What do I look like? Some kind of poor person?
So you do have life insurance.
No.
Okay, I was gonna ask who's your beneficiary, but whatever.
My beneficiary is the US government.
How am I gonna get the money from them?
Try really hard. Get elected.
That's why I'm running for president. So I can get your life insurance money after you die. You hear that? That's the sound of change rippling through America.
I didn't hear anything, so nothing happened.
You lagged
Oh.
out right when it happened.
Well, damn it.
I have this music really quiet, but it still feels too loud for some reason.
How loud is it?
I turned it down.
Maybe we're just too quiet.
Enhance. Oh no? Is there a problem with the stream?
I don't know. How do I look at the Beans headphones? Oh.
You still look really professional with them on.
Look at esports gamer. Maybe I should wear it. A little bit better. Hold on.
Yes, it's supposed to be the title screen. Ah, okay. We good then.
Is this better? Hi? Hello?
Well, that is very clear.
Oh.
Hello, Andy.
Hi. No more tin can Andy.
tin candy.
Mm.
It's not o-chin-chin. The text says omachi kudasai like it always does.
That's not American.
Unless you're a Japanese American.
Those exist.
I don't know, I haven't seen one in person, but...
Why is there caps letters?
O-chin-chin no kudasai. No, I'll not give you my penis. This is America. Alright. Do you think anyone will redeem a dab during the debate?
What's a
I'll
dab?
fucking do it if nobody does.
Let's redeem a dab.
You know, we gotta have time for the ads from our sponsors.
We're being sponsored.
I'm sponsored by Muscle Milk.
See? Okay, Andy.
Muscle Milk.
I'm a
Do an
grassroots candidate.
entire Muscle Milk commercial right now.
Muscle Milk is what I feed my kids. I love my kids. I feed them Muscle Milk. 20 grams of protein. Really good.
Alright, everyone.
Organic.
We're gonna switch gears over here. Oh shit, my thing is not in the right spot again. But hello, everyone.
Hi.
Greetings.
Oh shit, I can't have this out like this. Why is it every time that I have this fixed, it's not fixed anymore?
I think we get it, Andy. I think the viewers at home understand.
I have a
Oh
I have a
no,
contractual obligation to show Muscle Milk for at least 20 minutes on stream.
20 minutes. Shit, it switched again. What the hell? My apologies. We're having some technical difficulties. Cynical doesn't exist anymore. I thought I fixed
It's just
it.
me. Oh, we have a chat asking for Muscle Milk. So you see, Muscle Milk is really interesting. It's only 100 calories, 20 grams of protein. That's beautiful. That's 40% of your daily protein.
Lily. She can see your seat's too big.
How dare you? For not noticing
4
Cynical.
grams of
That is an intentional
fiber.
design choice. Because I am Fat Nate. Goodbye, kitty.
7 grams of carbohydrates, 260 milligrams of sodium, no trans fats.
Lily, please, let's get into the debate first before you start throwing these accusations. I'm all for members of the audience queuing up their questions, but, like, let's give us a chance to actually state our platforms first.
Indeed.
470 milligrams of potassium. That's insane.
Alright. So, welcome to the first not annual discard pile ace presidential debate. Here we have our two candidates. We have Fat Nate versus Andy! Now you guys have to shake hands. With the muscle. Other direction, Andy. Other way.
I don't know, dude. Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Your hands are sweaty, Fat Nate. You nervous? You nervous, little boy? You nervous?
I'm not nervous at all. I'm just sweaty because I'm fat.
a second. I just noticed, is my camera backwards?
So you don't
Oh,
look
right,
very
it's
fat.
Discord. That's why.
I don't look very fat.
No.
Well, your perception is on point, Andy.
Are you lying about your
Oh, God.
weight?
I'm
I
not
didn't
lying
do
about my
anything.
weight.
Don't pay attention to that. Holy shit.
What did you do to us? Oh my god!
What did you do,
What did you do
Beans?
to us?
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Please buy muscle milk. Please. Oh, okay.
Oh
there we
my
go.
god. Hang on. I know there's a way to. Oh, I have to right click transform. There we go. Now my camera's facing the right way. Okay. Right. Alright, so candidates, we are going to start with our opening statements. And as Cynical is the reigning queen of discard pile, he is going to get to go first. So you have. Hang on, I should pull up a timer. Yeah. You have 3 minutes and begin.
All right. Thank you very much, Beans. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome to everybody joining in for the debate. My name is Nate, otherwise known as Fat Nate, better known as the cynical poet of Discard Pile. I've been a queen for about a year and a half, 2 years at this point. Really love my position there. Andy, I swear, your muscle milk. Love ya. So, I have founded the Golden Feather Party, and we stand as a progressive party aiming to serve the people by the people. We are a grassroots movement, unlike the shill over on that side of the screen over there. And, really, there's nothing much more to say than just we're an honest grassroots movement that is dedicated to the people. I'm Fat Nate. Or at least I will be one day. That's my promise to you, dear viewer. I'm working on it as we speak. I forfeit the rest of my time to Andy.
Wow. Very generous. Okay.
Pretty stupid.
Oh, okay, we're going.
All right, dear Andy, your time on the clock starts now.
Hi. My name's Andy, better known as Andres Leon. Hashtag Andres Leon 2024. I'm sponsored by Muscle Milk. 20 grams of protein. Only. Hold on. Don't laugh. Muscle Milk is very nutritional. It has 4 grams of dietary fiber, which is amazing. It has 470 milligrams of potassium, and I'll tell you about potassium. It's great, just like my platform and Muscle Milk. I'm running for president. How much time is left?
You have 2 minutes. You're gonna hold it for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Do it. All
I
right, so
forfeit my
thank you.
time.
Thank you, Andy. We're going to move on to the rest of the debate. Alrighty. So I am not going to designate a specific amount of time for you guys to talk when answering questions, but I will stop you if I feel like you've talked for too long and the other person needs to talk. So without further ado, we are going to get straight in to election controversy. Okay, I will take a second to set up the question. But so straight into the politics of the previous presidential reign, shall we say, the previous term, a president or ex-president Donald Trump. When he was president, do you believe that President Donald Trump's tweets should have been protected by the First Amendment? Oh, sorry. Queen Cynical, we are going to start with you.
Thank you, Beans. All right, so that's an important question to go over. First Amendment rights are something that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm all about the protection of free speech. Uh, however, I do believe that Donald Trump, on numerous occasions throughout his presidency and also before his presidency, advocated for some very unique and hostile stances that really stirred up the public. And the question that is posed to us is, what is a stretch too far when it comes to free speech? And one could argue that the entirety of his run was a stretch too far. I don't know if I'd go that far. But I do believe that at some point, Donald Trump stepped over the line, and that was made no more apparent than the Capitol riots that happened on January 6th, I believe, was it? Or was it the 4th? Dates. Who cares? The fact of the matter is that the riots happened. Donald Trump endorsed those riots, even though he tries to claim otherwise. And I believe that social media feeds such as Twitter and Facebook were very much in the right of suspending Trump's account and then subsequently banning him. And I also don't believe that Trump did remotely enough to condone the actions. Everything that he did subsequently was all just trying to redeem his image after he received backlash from not only the Democrats, but the Republican Party as well.
All right, Andy, your chance to respond.
What was the question again? Oh, president. Right. So here's the thing, okay? Do I think that when he was president, he should have been protected by the First Amendment? Come on. The answer is obvious. I mean, he's a family man, first and foremost. Barron Trump. He's 6'4". He's a tall kid. Donald Trump, 6'3". That kid is going places. He's tall. Donald Trump, he loves his family. First and foremost, he's a family man. Now, as for his tweets, he's a family man. I mean, you know, no matter what happens, end of the day, he did his best as president. It's a taxing job, and it's just very interesting to see the media attack him like this when he's a family. He has a family. Each night he takes off his coat on the coat hanger, walks into the Oval Office where he sleeps because he works so hard, and he has to video call Barron Trump. That poor soul. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Trump was a family man first and foremost.
All right, Cynical, your counterpoint.
So Andy liked to focus on the point that Trump is a family man, and I'm not going to debate Trump's family ordeals. I feel like that's out of the realm of my jurisdiction. But I do want to focus on something that happened during the riots, and I would like to ask Andy, what of the cop that died during the Capitol riots? Weren't there two, actually? Didn't one die just recently, subsequently after the fact? So we have
That's
two
right.
cops that are dead because of the riots. Were they not family men? What about the man, the Trump supporter, I might add, that tased himself in the balls and is now dead because of Trump's actions? Was he not a family man? Was he not going there to defend his family, quote-unquote, values? Andy, I understand where you're coming from. I truly do, but I am just lost at what you're trying to defend here. Trump is as much of a family man as I am fat, and that is not yet proven to be the case. Clearly, I'm not anymore, which we will get to. Don't you worry, we'll get to that. I'll lay it on to you, Andy. How do you respond?
Well, I just want to say, I don't know what riot you're talking about. Donald Trump's a family man. He would never do such a thing. Next question, please.
All
No,
right.
no, no. We
I
can't
concede
just
my time.
sidestep this. We can't just sidestep this right here. Andy, are police family men? Our police force, are they family men? And women, let's not forget women.
Of course women can be family men.
Thank you, Andy. You know what? No more further questions.
So, Andy, you are willing to state that these riots that we have clearly documented never happened and that Trump would never endorse such a thing.
I never said that. I never said that. I simply asked what riots.
The riots that occurred
I
early
never
in
said
January.
that. I never said that. Next question. I never said that.
Side question: have you guys seen the mockumentary Death to 2020?
I haven't yet, no.
Something very similar
question.
happens in that. Yes, next question.
Never heard of it.
So,
Didn't happen.
do you fellas support the QAnon conspiracy that Donald Trump was secretly re-elected president? Andy, you may start this time.
First and foremost, Donald Trump is a family man. He loves his family, and as most family men would do, they would do anything for their family. Look at Barron Trump. He's very tall. Now, Donald Trump, it's debatable. Next question.
Cynical, your chance to respond.
Joe Biden is president. QAnon is a loony bin. Andy clearly has not done his research on any of these topics, apparently, because Andy didn't even address the QAnon conspiracy. The notion that Trump is somehow reelected president in secret and will just throw Joe Biden aside in the coming days, weeks, months, whenever that future date happens to be, I don't buy into that one bit.
Okay, Andy, how do you feel being accused that you don't know what you're talking about?
Joe Biden is a family man, first and foremost. He loves his family. Much like Donald Trump.
Alright, would you say that you are pro Joe Biden?
I'm pro family men.
Alright. Cynical, do you have any last comments on this topic?
I would like to ask Andy, are you a family man?
I have no family. Next question.
Okay.
Okay, Cynical, this will be your chance to respond first. Do you believe that the mainstream media accurately and fairly present information to their consumers?
Now, I do believe that the media has a very important role in our society and that it should be protected under all circumstances. However, that being said, I do believe that the media has been swayed by outside influences, particularly that of the political spectrum. And I do believe it depends on which news outlet that you're watching, if it's independent or if it's right-wing or if it's left-wing, if it is packaging up a certain flavor of news being presented to the viewer. And I do believe that we aren't really looking into these sorts of propaganda machines as closely as we really should be. I don't think we're putting enough scrutiny on either side, honestly. You have, on the right, Fox News propping up figures like Trump, who I firmly believe is not a family man. Let me state that for a record, Andy. Propping up Donald Trump, egging on his supporters, egging on his movement, proposing violence, and then trying to backpedal their way out of it when it gets a little too shaky for them. And then on the left, if you can really call it that, you have sources like CNN and MSNBC who, while on the surface they might seem more objective, and to a degree they are, they also try to undermine leftist values like candidates such as Bernie Sanders. And I truly don't think that any media that reaches a certain corporate level has the sort of integrity to deliver news in an unbiased format. I really am a fan of independent grassroots news outlets.
Okay. Andy, do you believe that the mainstream media accurately and fairly present information?
I'm saying Saying the media. Well,
Yes.
you see, here's the thing about the media. Society consumes media the way that they want to. Ever heard of cognitive dissonance? You see, it's very popular. That's my word on it.
Okay. Cynical, any more thoughts?
No. I think we're good on this issue.
All right. Any more issues about media representation?
I love the media. I'm part of them.
Yes, we are also here on the mainstream media. You know, this is an official news channel.
I love Twitter.
Some good quality tweets come from Twitter.
I wake up every morning. I look at Twitter. You know what was trending today? World War One. No, World War. I'm sorry.
Do you know why it was trending?
No,
All right, that
I'm
is
a
very
surface level
unfortunate.
media consumer.
All right, next question. So, candidates, what are you going to do to stop voter fraud? Andy, let's start with you.
You know, like back in the medieval ages, whenever they would catch someone stealing, they like cut their finger off.
Yes? Are you implying
vote.
that we cut off the fingers of people who...
That's how you vote. You get 10 votes in one life.
It's a very controversial issue, opinion.
Yeah, you put your finger in the voting booth, and just each president. You only get 10 chances to vote. No one's gonna fraud that. Just count the fingertips.
I think that would fall under cruel and unusual punishment even for prisoners, Andy. I don't think we should be doing that to our American
What?
citizens.
Huh? I'm sorry, you're the moderators.
I'm allowed to have opinions. Have you seen
biased
debates
much?
before?
Biased? I thought this was unbiased. I want to recount.
We haven't counted anything yet, Andy. Do not worry.
I want to recount. This is rigged. You're rigged against me. You're biased.
All right. Do you have anything more you would like to say about your finger chopping tactic?
I will donate taxes to milk companies.
If people chop off their fingers.
Yeah.
All right. Cynical, your response?
It's hard to respond to that because I'm just a little confused, but ignoring the absurdities of what Andy has put forth, I would like to say that I don't think that voter fraud is even a real issue in this country. Instead, I believe that it'd be voter disenfranchisement that is the real issue. Gerrymandering, closing down polling booths, making it as difficult as possible for American citizens to just go out and vote, to do their civil duties, their civil rights. Voter fraud is a non-issue to me. Voter disenfranchisement is the real issue.
All right. So, what do you propose you would do about voter disenfranchisement?
We're going to instate harsh regulations against gerrymandering. We're going to ensure that we open up as many polling stations as we can. We're going to work closely with cities and counties across the nation to ensure that they are meeting their full capacity. We're going to encourage all potential voters to go out and do their duties. I think that's a good summary of what I would try to do.
Now you mentioned disenfranchisement. I promised to disenfranchise.
Disenfranchisement.
So what that means, what that means is that I'm gonna, McDonald's, the big franchise, and like Popeyes, Jack in the Box. I'll get rid of them. I'll break up big food. Disenfranchisement. I love it. I am a massive supporter of disenfranchisement. Just want to put that out there right now on the record.
You want to take away your McDonald's?
Yes. Only some of them, not all of them, just some of them.
Which ones would you take away?
The one on my street,
Why that one in particular?
I hate it.
Do you have personal beef with this McDonald's?
I don't buy beef from them.
You more of a chicken man?
Yeah, I like chicken.
All right. Um, Fat Nate, do you think that Andy's method for disenfranchisement would be effective for voters?
You know, I don't think that tackles the voter issue quite on the head, but I do say, and I'm surprised by this because I do think Andy's onto something right here. And I don't think it's in the way he expects it to be, but I do think that the concept of big food, I don't think that's how I would quite label it. But big corporations in general, I do believe that we should break them up. Not necessarily to help voters somehow, I don't see how that relates, but rather to make small industry a viable option for American citizens once again. Competition has not truly existed in this country because we're existing in monopolies, duopolies, these corporate giants that have a stranglehold over the civilians of our country. I don't think that's right. And Andy, I will stand with you in your fight against big food.
Not if you lose.
I swear that even if I lose, I will work with you on this point.
No, I'm not gonna let you.
Okay, then, I will work from the sidelines.
Well, Andy, are you going to thwart Cynical working with you if you are elected?
Yes, I will sabotage him actively.
Do you believe that he is somehow a detriment to society?
Bigly.
Okay, on to the next question. We are going to switch topics here. Oh no. From election controversy and go into even more sensitive topics. All right. So, this is an old question, but a very important question. On the topic of discrimination, do Black lives matter or do all lives matter? Cynical, let's start with you.
I think this is very finically worded question, to say it lightly. Quite clearly, all lives do matter, but I don't think that addresses the substance of what the question should be asking. Because the question should be, do particularly affected, sensitive groups in our nation, do they matter? And the answer is yes, Black lives do matter. Black lives do need support, because we live in a country that does not truly support them. We live in a country that is plagued with 200 years of just continual subjugation and racism and civil rights issues that just have not been addressed the way they should have been, and they have been swept under the rug. And this concept of all lives matter doesn't fully get to the root of what we should be asking ourselves. Would you go into a hospital, into a patient's room who is suffering from AIDS, and then say, well, I get it, but cancer lives matter too. Why are we helping you when you had sex and got AIDS when that guy over there didn't do anything and he has cancer and he's died? Like, that's a non-issue to me. I feel like we need to address this topic more poignantly. We need to focus on the groups that are affected. We need to focus on the groups that are suffering. And right now, I believe that Black America is suffering.
All right, Andy, your take on the issue?
Well, I concur with Nathaniel, with Big Nathaniel on that Black Lives Matter, and that all lives won't matter until Black Lives Matter in specific, because I mean it's true that they are discriminated against, and it's horrible what we've witnessed in these past few centuries, not years, not decades, not 20 years, centuries from slavery to current day, and it's all linked together. And I believe that until something is done, well, it's just going to keep getting worse. So I think me and Nate here are in agreement.
All right, good to know. I guess with that agreement, we can move on to the next question. It is related in a way to some controversial things that are happening right now, but very important to address. Andy, we'll go with you first here. Do you support Blue Lives Matter?
Cookie Monster, hell yeah. Cookie. Yeah, dude, that guy's cool. What?
Do you
Cookie.
do you think it's important to preserve the lives of police officers and
Oh, police officers.
yes.
I thought you meant Cookie Monster. Okay.
So if Cookie Monster was a police officer, would you still support him?
Cookie. I give him a cookie.
And what if after getting that Cookie Monster shot a black person? Would you still support him?
I want him fired from his position at the police station. I'd want investigations filed. I'd want people to look into his records and pull the police footage. Just bring in just the full hammer of justice down on him and really prosecute and eliminate any companions he might have had in that station. Just because, I mean, it all starts with the police station and its culture. So in a sense, yes, if Cookie Monster was a police officer and he shot a black person, I'd want an investigation filed on that entire police station until we figure out if there's any more someone's playing the switch. If any more people are in cahoots with Cookie Monster, like Grover or Oscar or the Grouch. So yeah.
All right. Fat Nate, are your phone notifications turned on?
Yes, they are. I apologize about that. I have a father that's in the hospital right now. I just want to make sure that everything's okay.
All right.
So I'm keeping them on for the time being.
Notification sustained. Your opinion.
So, in regards to Blue Lives Matter, I would say yes, Blue Lives do matter, but they matter so much that we really should talk about Blue Lives reform. Because right now, I think that we're living in a detrimental time. We're living in a very conspicuous time for Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. And it really doesn't address the full issue. People are throwing around Blue Lives Matter like it's something that was handed to them at birth. It wasn't. It was a career choice. And an honorable one at that. I commend anybody who decides that they want to step up and stand up for our freedoms, our rights, our safety. But there are select instances in this country where blue lives are overshadowing the lives of every other life in this country. And we're dealing with some systemic problems that really haven't been rooted out of this country since its inception. And as your candidate, I would do all that I can to work in tandem with both civilians and the police to ensure that we reach a reform that's worth fighting for. To ensure that we stop this harassment of both sides. I don't believe that we need to burn down every police station, but I also don't think that we should support the cops that go out and shoot inconspicuously.
All right, Andy, do you support the idea of police reform?
Yeah. Good.
All right, and if you were elected president, how would you reform the police?
So what I would do is that I would get each police station in the room, and then I would get their cool little tanks out, and then their like body armor, and then like their guns, and then like their uniform, and then like their cute little cafeteria like lunches, and I'd give them $2, and then out of the 5 items, I'd go, okay, Officer Reynolds, here's your $2. You can have 2 things. And that's how I'd reform the police. I'd defund them. And then they're poor.
All right, very interesting.
And something
concept.
about getting other health workers and people involved in the response to emergencies, like psychiatrists and psychologists and whatnot, but whatever.
Do you have a specific plan for this implementation?
Nope.
Okay,
That's what I
then.
let my administration do.
I see. So these are not your original ideas then.
No, not at all.
All right. Fat Nate, do you have any final words on this matter?
I would just like to say that in terms of police reform, I do believe that we can't just instate some widespread national concept. We can create a baseline, but we really need to address this in a region by region tactful format. And so my campaign will be focused on going region by region, city by city, county by county, and addressing the issues that really need to be addressed. We're going to hold police accountable for their actions, but we're also going to support them in the areas that they need.
All right. With that, we are going to move on to our next topic, which is affecting us at this very moment and causing us to be long distance here instead of in the debate stage where we should be. But unfortunately, we can't be on the debate stage tonight. So from our homes, we are broadcasting, and this question is about health. I don't remember which one of you went first. So Andy, should Americans be forced to wear masks outside of their homes?
What kind of masks?
Protective masks to prevent catching COVID-19.
I think it'd be pretty cool. Well, I'd have it so that they have to wear welder's masks, because when that new eclipse happens, like last time when Donald Trump was president, when he looked at the sun and then like it was an eclipse and it like damaged his eyes or whatever. I think if everyone had welding masks, they wouldn't get damaged anymore. So yes, I would force everybody to wear welding masks.
Welding masks.
This is about health?
Yes.
Oh, the pandemic!
Yes, the pandemic, Andy. The reason that we're not on the debate stage right now.
You see, is you said forced. I wouldn't force them so much as gaslight them into wearing it. Like a true American with my freedom of speech. I'm not a dictator, okay? I might look like it, but I'm just gonna gaslight you like, maybe you should wear a mask. Idiot. You know? I don't know what gaslighting is. I just use that word.
All right. Cynical, should Americans be forced to wear masks outside their homes?
My campaign pledges to work closely in tandem with the CDC and the guidelines that it sets, and currently the CDC recommends that people not only wear one, but 2 or 3 masks at the current juncture at what we're at with this pandemic. So, yes, I would enforce a mask mandate throughout this country.
Andy's leaving. Sorry. Andy, you left your podium.
What? I have sponsors.
All right. All right. Cynical, would you like to repeat any of your last bits for Andy?
Andy, did you need me to restate my positions on this?
No.
Okay, then.
Overruled. Yes, you do.
Okay, then. To summarize, I believe in working closely with the CDC and following what they recommend in the concern of national health and individual health. So, yes, mask mandate mandatory.
All right. Andy, do you have a response to Cynical?
What happened to freedom of speech? When I talk through a mask, it kind of muffles me. That's kind of a violation of my freedom of speech. So, that's kind of unconstitutional.
I don't think. No, I'm. Cynical, do you have a response?
I mean, facts though, right? Facts.
Andy, I can speak perfectly fine through a mask. I can speak perfectly fine through 2 or 3 or 4 masks. I don't understand what issues you're having, but clearly they are not First Amendment related.
Yeah, it is.
I don't believe so.
You get a mask right now and try talking to it.
1 second.
I made him get up. What a nerd.
Always keep masks nearby because you never know when you're gonna need it.
You never know when a
nerd.
person's going to enter your house.
One mask.
I can't even hear you, dude.
Oh, do you have multiple masks with you?
2 masks. I have no issue talking right now.
This is true. Fat Nate's voice is coming through pretty sustained.
2 more. Come on.
Listen, I could, but I really don't want to waste all the masks here. Because this, I feel like, is a waste right now. I feel
Yeah.
a little guilty about doing this.
Pretty weak campaign.
I'm anti-pollution. I am pro-environmentalism. I'm not going to waste any more masks than I need to.
Hang on, I'm eating ramen off the floor.
Andy, do you have 4 masks that you would like to wear to prove that you cannot speak through them?
Not really. Next question. I can't even hear him.
He's not
Look, chat, can you
talking.
hear him?
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste perfectly good masks. Come on, Nate. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude?
All right then.
You could have worn a cloth mask.
I do believe that it has been proven on other sources that you can wear masks and breathe and speak through them perfectly fine, but we are going to move on to the next question. This one is also very topical. My partner recently took his dad to get vaccinated, and some hours later at the same location, protesters showed up and the vaccinations were shut down from being given to the people in the drive-thru waiting. So, I must ask you, Cynical, will go with you first. Should the COVID-19 vaccine be mandatory?
Thank you, Beans, and in line with my previous assertion of working in tandem with the CDC, I would say that we should make vaccinations mandatory as much as we possibly can. We should look into instances where there might be allergic reactions or possible fail-safes that aren't really accounted for at the time being, but given the current affairs of our nation, I do believe that it is an American duty to protect each other, and these vaccinations appear to be doing that thing. So, yes, mandatory vaccinations.
All right, Andy, do you think that the COVID-19 vaccine should be mandatory?
I think we should strap everybody in chairs and just give them 10 shots.
10 shots would be an overdose, Andy. Would probably cause other problems other than saving people from the COVID-19
Show me
virus.
a study. Show me a study that says that.
I don't think anybody has reasonably decided, let's give people 10 shots.
Well, scientific method, man. If you don't test it, it's not true. It's like gravity. Oh, there's hair on there. Fuck. Yeah, man. Just strap them down and give them 9 shots on 9.
I still think that 9 shots is excessive.
You think you're the moderator? You're not supposed to be. You don't know these things. You're like Tucker Carlson on the Fox News Entertainment Network. God, I hate them.
Yes, I am the moderator, but tell me, Andy, why would I have a study where someone forced somebody to take 10 shots to see if it would
I'm not saying
work?
you do the study. Now you're arguing with me.
No, I do not have the study because there is no study.
Exactly.
Because the correct dose was determined on a much smaller amount than 9 to 10 shots.
So I'm saying go study it then. God.
All right, that is not the responsibility. The
I hate
moderator's
Fox News so much.
responsibility. Andy, if you keep talking over me, I will have to mute you. I have that power. All right. Any further thoughts, Cynical?
I thought it was peculiar when Andy mentioned, and I know this isn't really on the topic that we were supposed to be addressing, but Andy didn't really stay close to the topic at all with this. So, you mentioned that you hate Fox News, and yet, forgive me if I shouldn't be going into this, Beans, stop me whenever you want to, but I do believe that's hypocritical on your part because you supported Jeb Bush.
No, he supports me.
And you, in return, supported him.
No?
I'm pretty sure I have evidence contrary to that.
Sure, buddy.
All right, Cynical, would you like to bring up this evidence?
I am going to submit it to you right now, Beans. There we go.
Let me set up the chat.
It's just busting.
Oh, I need to scroll down. Hang on. Oh my. What do we have here?
So the very first image you can see, that is Andy's official Fox News photograph. That is when Andy was working with Fox News. Now, I don't know what happened in the personal circumstances which caused the fallout between the two, but as you can clearly see, there was some relation there. And below that, you can see Andy's clear support of Jeb Bush.
Let me just zoom in here. Sorry about the cropping. Beep. Andy's trying to censor it.
No?
What does that say? Shut up, liberal. I hate the right. Jeb Bush is merely a symbol. Do we idolize MLK for his adultery? We idolize what he stood for. I idolize what Jeb stood for.
So, Andy, I would like to propose a question to you. What do you idolize Jeb Bush for?
His guac bowls.
I don't think that was the thing that Jeb Bush stood for.
Yeah, he did. What do you mean? That was him. He had guacamole merch that he sold out. He would always talk about his guacamole. He loved guacamole and guac bowls. Come
I
on,
don't
dude.
believe that is actually the case.
Yeah, look up Jeb Bush guac bowl. Plus, he supports gay rights.
It's actually factually inaccurate.
Yeah, look at the picture there. Look at that.
That is clearly
evidence right
photoshopped,
there.
Andy.
No, it's not.
Very clearly photoshopped.
Says who?
Says anybody rational. Is that Comic Sans?
Yeah.
No
You know
further
Undertale?
remarks.
You know Undertale?
That right there says all that you need to know about it.
It stands.
All right. On to the next question. Still on the topic of healthcare. Andy, do you support a single-payer healthcare system? And if so, how will you pay for it?
Obamacare. I will use Obamacare. Obamacare is really good. Free money, free insurance. It's all free. I'll pay for it through Jeff Bezos.
You're going to have Jeff Bezos pay for Obamacare?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you gotten Jeff Bezos' approval on this?
Not at all, but me and him are cool. You know what? In fact, I'll let him take control of Obamacare and I'll let him keep all the profit. You see, I'll let him turn it into an Amazon brand company. And then that'll sprout competition from other companies with health insurance. And there we go. Government-funded healthcare. That's it.
Cynical?
So Andy brought up Obamacare, which I do believe was a step in the right direction, but I don't believe it was a step far enough in the right direction. What I believe is that we do need a single payer system. We do need a system which supports and cares for every citizen in America. And I support eliminating private insurance companies on the whole and giving everybody access to affordable healthcare.
That's my plan too.
No, Andy, I believe that you stated you wanted to privatize healthcare and have competition in the market.
I never said that. It's all through the government, dummy. How can we privatize if it's through the government?
That's what I would like to know, Andy.
Exactly. That's what I would like to know. You don't know many things, do you? You're a little baby boy. You're a little baby.
All right, Andy, that's enough with the insults. Cynical, my apologies.
Yeah, Nate.
But do you have sorry, specifically on the matter of paying for it, how will you pay for the healthcare system?
So Andy actually brought up something relatively interesting. He said he was going to make Jeff Bezos pay for it. And I'd like to take that a step further. Not only would I like Jeff Bezos to pay for it, but I would like everybody in the top 1% to pay for it. I would institute a tax overhaul on our entire American system. I would say, at the current rate at which we are taxing the wealthy, that we are not hitting them nearly hard enough. I believe that they have not contributed their fair share. I think we can see that no further demonstrated than the current Wall Street dilemma that is unfurling between hedge funds and the Reddit community. I do believe it's time for an overhaul. I do believe that we need to hit them with tax reform.
All right, Andy. Nate has brought up
You're talking about overhauls? I want to bring U-Hauls into this. I want them to get into the healthcare business. That's all.
Andy, sorry, Beans, if I'm interjecting, but Andy, how are U-Hauls going to be in healthcare specifically?
What do you mean how? It's obvious. It's obvious. What do you mean? What do you mean how? It's obvious. Think about it.
Can you elaborate for the viewers at home
Think
that
about
might
it.
not?
Think about it. Think about it. They're smart. They know. They know what's up.
Okay, then just for my sake.
No. It's obvious. Insurance on wheels. It's like Meals on Wheels.
Andy, are you referring to the concept known as an ambulance?
No. No. Those are police and vehicles.
They are not police. They are medically trained professionals.
I want to bring U-Hauls into the health insurance business.
Okay, then.
All right, so the Cynical's comment segued into an upcoming question, which I will ask you now. Cynical, we know your take on this. So Andy, this next question will start with you. Are the wealthy paying their fair share of taxes?
Yes, completely.
And why do you think so?
Because Muscle Milk has me in their pocket, and they told me to say that. I'm sorry. I mean, if you look at, I think corporations are people too.
All right, Fat Nate, your response?
My question to Andy would be is, if corporations are people, then shouldn't they also be bound by the same laws as people?
I'm not going to be bound by the same laws when I'm president, so.
Could you elaborate, Andy?
Yeah, sure. I could break the Twitter rules and they won't ban me.
Okay, but in regards to
Checkmate,
actual
liberal.
laws,
Huh? What's that?
well,
Oh. Yeah, that's a law. Terms of service. That's a law, right?
in a loose sense, but I'm talking about the laws of this country.
In a loose sense, yeah. There'll be no more country when I'm through with it.
Andy,
I'm a little concerned about that comment. What do you mean exactly?
Next question, please.
Andy, as
No,
a
wait,
member,
no, I'm not letting this one go. Andy, what do you mean by there will be no more country?
Guys, I dropped ramen in my keyboard. Hold on.
Andy, as a member of the America Party of Discard Pile, are you suggesting that you will destroy America?
Fuck around and find out.
I have nothing more to say on this topic. I'm just deeply concerned, and I hope that the viewers at home are equally as concerned as I am, if not more so.
I'm fun.
Do you think that destroying America is beneficial to America?
Maybe. I don't know. Ask Americans.
What is your plan for handling this so that the American people can fuck around and
I
find
got
out?
5 on it. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
All right. Nate, do you have any other plans for making the wealthy pay their fair share of taxes aside from healthcare?
Any other plans of what we're going to do with their taxes? I would like to implement those taxes into environmentalist goals. I would like to implement those into helping to support our police and fire departments and break it down by a city by city level, see what really needs done. Public infrastructure, I know in this country, is really needing some critical reform. And I would like to state for the record that I am 100% against destroying America.
All
I
right.
didn't think that needed to be full out stated, but I guess in the era of Trump, we do.
All right then. Another very topical question we have for you, Nate. We'll start with you since this personally involves you now. Regarding the recent issues with stocks, should Redditors be allowed to interfere with the stock market?
Now, Beans, and this isn't a slight against you at all. This is my grievance with the question. I have an issue with the phrasing of interfere. Do the American people not have a right to enter into the stock market? Is what the people on Reddit, otherwise the day-to-day American citizens, do they not have a right to enter into free stock trade and enter into the free market capitalism that we have striving for us? The foundation of our entire economic model. Is that really interfering? I'd say it's not. I do support what the Reddit community is doing, and we're going to the moon.
The moon.
The moon. No, that's what the people on Reddit say. That's a meme for the people at home that don't understand. Going to the moon is just a funny way of saying that we are going to break up big hedge funds who are trying to undermine smaller corporations and even larger corporations in this country.
All right, thank you for enlightening me. As a member of mainstream media and a boomer myself, I am not aware with much of the internet culture of these memes that you speak of. All right, Andy, do you believe that Redditors should be allowed to interfere with the stock market?
I hate Redditors so much. I hate them. Flat out. They're so annoying, dude. Like, just talk to any Redditor and you'll be like, oh, this guy's a Redditor. I mean, seriously. They wear fedoras. Who does stock market stuff? I'll tell you who. Pompous pricks. Anyway, Yeah, they should be because I love money and it gives me more money. And my friend like got $1,000 off of GameStop stocks, so that's pretty good, I guess. So yeah, but also shut down the markets.
Nate, do you seem to take issue with this comment?
I just feel like it came out of left field. Shut down the markets, Andy?
Yeah.
As in every market, or just one or two in particular, or what do you mean by this?
There's this like market like by my corner on my street. I
Is this
thought,
the McDonald's?
hold on. Gee, you're like a child. You're like a redditor. So you sound like yeah. I bought some lunch meat from my nearby Target. I get home and it's like brand on the inside. So I want to shut down that market in particular.
Andy, the stock market. We were talking about the stock market, not supermarkets or local
I don't
grocery
even like
stores.
soup.
You don't need to like soup to like money, Andy.
Yeah, it's like chicken stock and stuff, man.
And I can tell by your camera that you very much like money.
Of course I do.
And you agree that the people should have their freedom, their right to make money off the stock market. But you wish to
Donald
close
Trump
said markets.
is a family man. That's my statement.
All right, very good. Thank you, Andy. So this next question is for you, Andy. Since I know you are a man who knows very much about this topic, how will you solve the coin shortage crisis?
Oh. So, here's the thing. Not enough coins. People gotta do laundry, in their apartments. They gotta put like little quarters in the thing. You gotta buy gum from the little things where you're like your nickels and quarters. You gotta pay for, I don't know, vending machine stuff, with coins. And with the shortage, you can't do any of that stuff. I mean, this is the stuff that affects day-to-day Americans. So, what I will do is I will print more coins. I will make more coins. I will make millions-dollars worth of coins. Like trillions worth of coin to fix our market with coins. That's my solution.
All right, Cynical. Andy's take on solving the issue of coins not circulating much is to print, not print, but mint even more coins.
No, print.
What is your solution to solve this crisis?
Well, Beans, I do believe that Andy is a little misguided in the language that he uses, but I do believe that I'm in agreement with him. We're running short on coins. Mint more coins.
Like a lot of coins.
Wow. Okay, you two are in agreement on this issue.
How many coins are you going to print out?
As many as it takes.
As many as it takes?
As many as it takes.
How many would that be?
I'd have to look at the statistics on that. I don't have that
No
figure
plan.
offhand, Andy.
You haven't even looked into this issue. It's pressing matter.
Andy, I do believe that you admitted at the very start of our call, I don't know if we were broadcasting yet, that you hadn't even looked over the questions and topics that we were going to be addressing.
Of course I know. I'm a busy man. But you know what I do have? I have my... I was in a meeting with my cabinet, and I had them break down and brief me the questions and prepare me for them. So, in a sense, yes, I did not read the questions, but again, I came here knowledgeable of what's going to be asked because my cabinet. You see, I pick very responsible, smart people for my cabinet, the best people. Believe me, okay, and they inform me. I don't have time to read. You know how many hands I have to shake?
Andy, if you are too busy to read the questions for the debate, will you be too busy to handle the problems of the American people when you become president?
What kind of question is that? Again, moderator, looking at other professions. That's a silly question. That's dumbfounded, honestly. Do you think? Yes, I'll be busy campaigning when I'm president. Come on, get real.
All right, so you're busy because you are campaigning.
Yes, exactly.
All right, moving on. We are going to go to our next topic, which is about the environment and the potentially impending doom of global warming. So, Cynical, we'll start with you. Do you support a Green New Deal?
Absolutely, Beans. I'm glad that you brought this up because I feel very strongly about environmentalism. I feel very strongly about combating climate change, man-made climate change, I might add. I feel very strongly about restructuring our society so that we can operate in a more green fashion. And I would even go as far as to say that we should look at the Green New Deal and make it even stronger than what it should be.
All right, would you care to elaborate on what way you would make it stronger?
Sure. Yes. First of all, I would like to reduce all carbon emissions as much as we humanly can. I would like to relocate and restructure our fossil fuel industry so that the workers in said industry can help migrate into green energy such as wind, water, nuclear. Natural gas is a adequate substitute in the time being, but really fossil fuels in general need to be phased out.
All right, thank you. Andy, do you support a Green New Deal?
It's not easy being green. I see skies of blue, red roses too. I don't know the rest of this song, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Do you support a Green New Deal to keep this world as wonderful as you claim?
You ask me that question? Of course I do. Whatever it takes to win me the vote.
All right, so what are
And
your
I
plans?
think I'm not done yet, so please vote for Andres. Okay, I'm done.
So, what are your plans to create this Green New Deal?
Fuck around and find out, dude.
So, you don't have any plans that you
Yeah,
are
I
willing
do.
to disclose with the people?
I'm not gonna spoil it, God.
Do you think that the American people have enough incentive to vote for you if they don't know what your
Yeah.
deal entails?
Look at me. I'm funny. I'll just show you the evidence on the screen, please.
All right, 1 second. Hang on, I haven't seen it yet. Oh. What is this?
I'd like you to show the evidence on the.
I feel like this is a personal attack, Beans. You can go ahead and show it. I don't much mind.
As you see here. Can you zoom in, please?
Hang on. I have to move it now. There.
As you can clearly see, Fat Nate is a bingus. That is all.
I would like to comment real quick. It says there I'm a biggest, not just a bingus. So Andy, do you even know your own name calling?
What?
What?
Look, it says bingus.
It says bingus.
Have you been drinking a little bit? You seen television?
I have been drinking some coffee. What have you been drinking, you
Drinking a
shill?
little bit.
You corporate sellout.
You little
I'm sorry, I'm
What?
getting a little ahead of myself. I'm getting a little feisty. I've
I'm sponsored by
endured
Muscle Milk.
many personal attacks on this debate so far, so I apologize, Beans, for my.
There's only
rhetoric
one
right there.
Bingus. What are you talking about? There's only one. You're crazy. You're singing double.
Cynical, can you confirm that you were tested for drugs at the facility before coming to this conference call?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that question?
Can you confirm
He's
that
avoiding he avoided it.
Andy,
He's
please?
high.
Can you confirm that you were tested for drugs at the facility before you came to this conference call?
I wasn't under the impression that we needed to take a drug test.
No, but since you work at the facility, I thought you would have done the honors of getting tested before coming here.
Well, being that it is a Sunday, the facility is not open at this time, so unfortunately my coworker wouldn't have been able to do such for me.
I see.
But
And
I will say for the record that if you want me drug tested, I will do so at any given time.
I will not ask you
won't.
to leave the conference for the debate, but can you confirm that you have not, in fact, been tested since visiting the hospital today?
I can confirm that I have not been tested, but I will also say for the record that I have not consumed any drugs.
All right, Andy, can you also make the same statement that you have not consumed any drugs prior to the debate?
Smoking on weed, sipping on liquor. Smoking on weed, sipping on liquor. I'm sober.
All right, I will commit you to that. Next question. Relating to your plans for the New Deal, we are curious to know what your specific plans are in regards to what will be your primary source of energy. This is not related to you personally, so don't answer with caffeine. This is talking about cars and electricity.
Who?
Andy, you first.
That thing bleeding. Walkie slush. That's my answer. Walkie slush.
What is this walkie slush that you are describing?
Have you ever been to 7-Eleven?
Yes.
And do you know what lean is?
Lean?
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever consumed cough syrup
Yes?
and perhaps some kind of like slushy, maybe
Not at the same time.
maybe a Jolly Rancher? It's very potent. You mix that together, you get some wonky slush. But then your car, good for miles.
All right, Cynical?
Well, I just want to comment. I did appreciate the little caffeine jest earlier in your comments, so thank you for that. I am a fan of coffee, but I've realized that coffee can't subsidize the energy crisis of our country in regards to the Green New Deal. So, for my plan, I would like to really take a focus at nuclear energy. I believe that nuclear in particular has been demonized unjustly so, due to some poor structuring of our facilities and also natural catastrophes that have been out of our control. I would also like to take a stronger look at areas that have access to more plentiful amounts of water for water energy. I would like to
Water.
look at our Great Plains for windmill construction.
I need to get Bingus on the screen.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. I wasn't going to say anything because I
I
feel like
forgot.
it's non-representative of my character, but
Bingus.
My apologies. All right, nuclear. That's a very interesting take. Andy, what do you think about Cynical's suggestion to use nuclear power instead of walkie slush?
I bet you think Godzilla would win, huh, Nate? Versus King Kong? God, of course you do. You know, nuclear is how you get Godzilla. It's disastrous. You see, this is poor Japan. You know, they have such a negative outlook on nuclear energy for obvious historical reasons. And America, they idolize nuclear energy because Wolverine and I don't know Deadpool or whatever the superheroes are because they got radiation or whatever in them. Is that kind of messed up? I mean, Godzilla, seriously.
May I respond, Beans?
Yes.
Okay. Andy, you do realize that Godzilla is not in fact real?
Huh?
Godzilla, it's a fictional creature.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure it is.
Says who? Your
I
people,
would
your
be willing to bet my
your
entire
cabinet.
campaign on this.
Who? Wait, what entire campaign? Who's even on your campaign? Except for you.
It's all me, baby.
Exactly, it's
Grassroots.
all you. You look at the world through a tiny little scope. I look at it through a multifaceted view through many people in many parts of the country and the world.
Would those people happen to include the people at Muscle Milk?
Of course.
Of course.
And
Okay.
and Gatorade and Maruchan.
On the
Multicultural.
topic of this is a bit of a side track, but what do you feel, Andy, about the Gent Aid crisis? This is in relation, of course, to the Gatorade and Powerade company. Gent Aid, are you familiar with Gent Aid? Oh, I'm sorry, you're not familiar with BAchat affairs. I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood that your approach to
Moderator, this is off topic. Can you please get the conversation along? I mean, we're on a little bit of time schedule here. This is honestly unprofessional. I mean, truly a bingus, if you ask me.
All right, before we move on real quick, Cynical, would you like to explain what the Gent Aid crisis is?
Excuse me. Again, this is obvious
Andy.
favoritism toward Fat Nate.
Look, if there is potent information here, then the people should know about it.
Pertaining to what? Pertaining to what? You're turning this into a peanut gallery.
Beans, if I may answer your question. So the Gent Aid crisis revolves around our friend.
I will not.
Andy, please, I give you your time to go on spiels. You can let me go on one. The Gent Aid crisis is something that afflicted our good friends and partners, BAchat, around mid to late 2020, where our good friend Gentleman, to be more formal, was experiencing a crucial shortage of his desired Powerade and Gatorade. So many of us in BAchat, myself included, tried to reach out to the Powerade and Gatorade companies to no avail. They did not listen to our concerns. And so my stance on this crisis would be to overhaul the system, get Gentleman the Powerade and Gatorade that he needs.
All right, 1 second. Andy, your time to respond.
You have a hyperfixation on AIDS, might I just say. First, with the analogy earlier, which was completely unnecessary and unprofessional. I mean, cancer and AIDS, that's completely unrelated to Black Lives Matters. That's unprofessional. I mean, think about it. Seriously. I mean, now you're bringing up Gent AIDS. What's with your obsession with AIDS? Do you have a campaign against AIDS or something? What's the issue here? You seem to really dislike AIDS.
While I don't agree with the formatting of Andy's claim, I will state for the record that I am very much against AIDS.
You're against AIDS. No, wow.
The disease, yes.
You're calling it a disease now?
I would like to see AIDS eradicated in my lifetime.
You're calling it a disease. Disease?
Yes. Yes.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Andy, what is AIDS to you?
What kind of question?
What is AIDS to you?
What is AIDS to me?
Yes.
You ever heard of Woodstock? What kind of question is that? Next, moderator, this has gone completely off the rails. I was not briefed about any of this in my meeting with my cabinet before this debate. This is wildly unprofessional.
All right. With that, we are going to move on to our final topic regarding America. There's still more to come after that, but we can also take a little break. We are now going to switch over to foreign policy. So, Cynical. What are your plans for military spending?
Military spending, I believe, is an important component to our country, but at the same time, I feel like it's overbloated. I feel like we hyper focus way too much on it. We have the strongest military this world's ever known. And I would like to see a cut of at least 30% to redistribute that funding to programs that might be in more benefit.
Okay. Programs such as.
I would like to see that our national defense budget gets redistributed to Medicare for all, for one, the single payer system. And yes, I see what you did in the little chat there. See what you did there. I digress. I would like to see it to welfare programs, unemployment, social security, things that are very important to our people, especially when it comes to retirement age. I would like to see it poured into our energy budget. I think that's a good summary of what I'd like to see our national defense like. I see somebody in the chat mention schools. Just real quick, yes, I do believe that our schools should receive better funding. Public education is a very important topic to me.
Sorry, I'm fixing the visuals on screen. All right. Andy, what are your plans for military spending?
I'm a family man first and foremost, and I have a cousin in the Navy. So if I cut the funding for the military at all, how are they going to afford new Hummers for him? New shiny Hummers, new shiny military vehicles and weapons. How's he going to have fun wasting taxpayer money? I believe we should increase it tenfold. I mean, come on. Respect for the boys in service. And women. Girls.
Beans, if I may ask Andy a follow-up. How do you propose that we increase our military budget tenfold?
Oh, you wouldn't be asking that if you saw how much Muscle Milk paid me.
Andy, would you be willing to disclose that?
No, you wish. I don't want to get hacked by bank hackers on Reddit, dude.
I don't see how disclosing that information would lead you to getting hacked, but I digress. That's guess all I need to hear from that front.
You hear they hacked GameStop? That was messed up, dude. Next question. This is stupid.
All right, Andy, before we move on, you mentioned the men and goys in the military. Do you support transgender troops serving in the military?
What did Joe Biden say? Whatever he said, I support that.
I don't personally know Joe Biden's stance on this. Cynical, what is your stance?
I believe that everybody should have the right to enter the military if they so desire.
All right.
Yeah, I think any idiot should be allowed to go in the military.
Any idiot.
That's not exactly what I would have used the phrasing, Andy, but you do you, friend. You do you.
All right, Andy, this next question will start with you. Do you support communist countries like Russia and China?
They're cool.
They're cool.
Yeah, I meet with them sometimes. And how about North Korea? What the heck?
Is it true that you have personal relations with Vladimir Putin?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I mean, he's pretty shy. I don't want to talk about him, because he tells me to keep it like low key. But yeah, we have phone calls sometimes.
And Nate, what about you? Do you support communist countries?
Well, I wouldn't exactly use the term support, but I would say that I am all in favor of ending the stigma against communism in general. I do believe that we should move past this Red Scare of the 1950s. I do believe that we should try to refocus on our efforts to build further connections with the Russians and the Chinese, not just as global superpowers, but as actual allies.
All right, Andy, do you have a response?
I want to talk to what's that guy's name who leads China? One that looks like Winnie the Pooh. I want to get him with me and Putin on our little like weekly hang. We hang out sometimes, me and Putin. We like go golfing. I want to get him on it. I think it'd be pretty cool.
You spend your free time golfing with Vladimir Putin.
Again, shaking hands. It's part of the politics.
Do you think that you personally can get Russia on our side?
Get on my side.
On your side?
Yeah.
Will that benefit the American people?
No comment.
All right, Cynical. Do you have plans for getting Russia on our side?
I would like to start a new commission. I would like to have better meetings with the leaders of Russia and China. I would like to discuss our differences in a more formalized setting as opposed to just slandering each other left and right.
Indeed.
And you know what? I'll even go so far as to say that I agree with Andy's model. I do believe that we should all go golfing with Vladimir Putin. Maybe that would ease some of this tension.
All right. Andy looks like he's become Slenderman to me. Okay.
Rude, biased.
As opposed to Fat Nate over here. All right. Moving on in a similar vein of questions, and Andy, you brought this up, so thank you. But one second. How will you handle relations with North Korea?
Me?
Andy, yes.
I don't know. I'll let them do their thing. I won't bother them. Because every time they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna nuke you. I want to nuke you," and they never do it. You know, like where's the backbone in that? Just do it, man. Just do it. I wish they would nuke us, God. But yeah, I mean, I'll give them a couple like dollars. You know, can't be too rough on them. Unless
All right, and
That's it.
how do you propose that we should get North Korea to work with us?
I didn't say that we're gonna get them to work with us. I'm just saying we're gonna let them do their own thing.
Okay,
God, don't you
so
listen to me?
my apologies, Andy. There was a bit of a disruption in chat. So you're for a more laissez-faire approach?
Yeah, sure. Whatever that means.
It's hands off.
Hands off what?
The country in this case.
No, I want a tight grip on the country.
A tight
I want
grip.
yeah. That Twitter page, gripping food with force. That's gonna be America in my grip. Oh, you mean North Korea? Yeah, no, hands off, hands off, hands off.
Okay. Cynical, how would you handle relations with North Korea?
I personally don't see that North Korea is one to be worked with. I believe that their model of governing their people is cruel and unusual. I believe that their censorship is way out of line, and I believe that we should take whatever action to liberate the country by whatever means necessary. As Andy put it, fuck around and find out.
Nate wants us to get nuked.
Hey, Andy, can you support this claim?
Yeah, he wants nuclear energy. Come on. Seriously, Nate? Fix your
Very
campaign, dude.
seriously, Andy.
Why
Very
so
serious.
serious? Why so serious, Batman?
Andy, if you liken my image to Batman, thank you.
Yeah. Never mind. No comment.
All right, well, this is all of the questions that we have regarding America. So after a quick break, we will move on to the questions for discard pile. And thank you, candidates, for your time.
Thank you very much for having us here, Beans.
I will resume music. Oh, this is really quiet. What the heck? Why is this song quieter than all the other songs? Oh, I pressed the wrong button! No, no, wait, hang on. Hang on. Why is the text wrong? Ignore the text.
It ended.
Oh my god. No, 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 no.
Whoa,
Hang
that was
on.
fast. Hi, Nina.
Oh,
Hi, Johnny.
God.
Hi, Candace. I love you guys.
Oh my god. Wait, did I... No, 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 okay. It's just... I don't know what happens there. Oh, my fucking text. Oh, this is so annoying. How could this happen to me?
Leander, who are you? Oh yeah, like someone paid for someone did a dab thing earlier. They didn't dab.
Yeah, we can dab after the break.
We gonna fucking damn, bitch!
Oh no, I'm not dabbing. You're dabbing.
The more the
Why
merrier,
would I embarrass
Andy.
myself like that?
Because if you try to overstep my dabbing privileges, you're gonna find yourself in a very bad spot.
This show is brought to you in part by Muscle Milk.
Andy, we're not live. I don't
Well,
think we're live.
we're live, yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Hot mic, hot mic.
Oh my... Turn that down now. I got a message from one of my friends who said, as someone who has half a politics degree, Andy is clearly the man for the job. Every American needs 10 shots. Thank you, Jake.
Hey Beans, I'm gonna make a new banner. Is that okay?
I hope you're not expecting me to replace the one I have on screen.
Damn it.
It depends.
Here, I'll just show it to you anyway.
Alright. It's going up, boys. Jake, I see you typing.
It's been going for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been live for a long time, Andy.
It's good.
I have so much hands to shake after this.
Yeah, you gotta shake Nate's hand a second time.
Ew, it's all sweaty and...
Yeah, why did it save as a file? Needs to be a PNG. Alright, where is it? I am going to replace Andy's banner with this new one.
It's homegrown, baby. My friends want to throw me an after debate party.
Are your friends watching, Andy?
My sponsors are, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Are your sponsors your friends? I think that's important.
His sponsors are Big Milk.
Big Mommy Milky. Why'd you make that noise, Nate? Ew. Stop it, Nate. Stop. This is gross.
I don't know what you're talking about, Andy.
I'm doing the grapefruit method, dude. Dude, stop it.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, Nate's. If you can see Nate's camera right now, dude, there's like 10 dudes on the screen. It's crazy.
So exciting.
God, you're so cute, Nate. I'll kiss you.
I appreciate that, Andy.
You're so cute.
So about your claim that you didn't have any drugs before the debate.
Yes. Would you like to elaborate?
Andy, have you been drinking?
No.
I'll believe Andy on this one.
Have you ever been in a call with me? Come on, this is how I am.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little worried that you won't know how to answer these questions.
I won't.
I may have to elaborate on some of them.
That's okay,
Sad
my
to say that
cabinet.
the team of it is ill-informed on our discard affairs.
Well, my cabinet reached out to your guys' PR officer, and he got no response, so...
Why didn't you try to reach out, Andy?
The PR officer of Discard Pile,
We don't have one of those.
as far as you know.
As far as I know, and I'm pretty high up there, friend.
you're pretty high, all right.
I'm pretty high, alright, yeah.
This
Sure.
is just an election for the PR officer role, right?
Is that what we're calling Ace now?
Maybe it should be.
I'm gonna win this election. I just know it. You see my co-host ValerieGame.com there? She's part of my cabinet. Pretty bright. She's an architect. You know that? She builds stuff in Minecraft.
Very cool.
How much longer is this break for?
I need like one more minute.
Okay. Just wanted to...
I just need to resize these questions so that they fit on the screen.
understand.
I didn't get a chance to do that because I was so busy with everything else. And that's why Lily saw the one that didn't fit on screen properly. Shaking my head.
You see, Batman, here's the issue with society. You see, Fat Nate wants to eliminate
Why are you calling me
AIDS.
fat?
He wants to eliminate AIDS.
No, Andy, why are you calling me fat?
That's your whole thing.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, but that doesn't give you the right to call me. You're not fat. You don't.
I thought that was your first. I thought that was your first name.
That's your skinny privilege talking, Andy.
I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
Andy.
you were. I thought your name was Fat Nate.
Andy, do you just go around calling black people the N-word?
Okay, I'm just about done here. Tyrone's laughing. Oh no, my question's gonna be too long. That's okay. Alright. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, you guys ready to go back on camera?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh no, Andy's banner. I gotta move it. Shit, where is the banner? It's at the top here. Okay. There we go. Alright, welcome back everybody. We are going to continue with the questions now. So now we are on the topic of the server, no longer dealing with American politics, we are dealing with the politics of discard pile. Cynical, we'll start with you, since you are our resident queen. What are your plans for increasing the server's Nitro Boosts?
Thank you, Beans. Well, as somebody who has very proudly Nitro boosted the server in the past, I plan on doing that as long as I'm alive. As far as I can safely say, my finances are intact, and I would encourage all members, if financially able, to Nitro boost the server because I'm very proud of where I hail from. I think everybody else should be very proud of where they hail from.
Alright, Andy? What is your plan
Why do you guys need a Nitro Boost? Why do you need it?
for things like better video call quality and for streaming movies to our fellow members of the server? And if we get
You can't
enough
stream movies
boosts,
without Discord Nitro?
it's higher quality.
Who cares? That's a waste of money. Why do you need a Nitro Boost? It's just a Discord server. I have a server that's not Nitro boosted, or my girlfriend does, works just fine. We have like 30 people up in that bitch, dude. It's fine. We don't gotta waste our budget. We could buy like googly eyes and put it on our eyes, and that'd be like way more entertaining than Nitro boosting a server.
Now, Andy, and I'm sorry for interjecting again, Beans, but I heard you mention that your own server.
Not my server, my girlfriend's server.
Okay, well, okay, I stand corrected. Your girlfriend's server. Do you believe that might be a conflict of interest if you are trying to step in as Discard's ace while also simultaneously trying to be a prominent member of your girlfriend's server?
You're not. I'm a prominent member wherever I go. Let's be honest here. I mean, have you seen me?
All right then.
Yes, we can confirm that Andy is in fact a family man, so he's very disruptive as a member of another server.
I do see that somebody in chat claims that boyfriends can't support their girlfriends. I'm going to assume that this member in chat is not actually a part of Discard Pile. Because if they were, they would very well recognize that in Discard Pile, I am everybody's boyfriend. That is part of the lore, non-negotiable. And as everybody's boyfriend, I always support everybody in my server. So I'd like to cry foul at your claim.
Now you're arguing with the chat. I mean, that they're not even your opponent. Come on, man.
I'm just pointing out a criticism that I heard, and I feel like it might be a sentiment. I don't want that sentiment to be echoed falsely.
You sound pretty thin-skinned to me. Do you really want an ace to be someone who's thin-skinned with so much power? Come on. Me being not a very prominent person in Discard Pile is a bonus. I mean, what am I gonna do? Nothing.
All right, well, Cynical's statement that he is everyone's boyfriend is in fact a true statement. As I am the king of Discard Pile, I am very aware of everything that goes on in my server, and this is in fact the truth. Going off of that, he has been a very supportive boyfriend. And Andy, this question is specifically for you, but Cynical can comment after. Cynical has paid multiple server members throughout his time in Discard Pile. How will you handle server members who enter financial crises?
I'm in college. I got a job. I got a family. I got to pay bills sometimes. I got my own stuff to worry about. What am I, a sugar daddy? I'm a 20-year-old. I just turned 20 2 months ago. What do I look like? I'm not gonna. What, am I gonna give people money? That's awkward. I'm not gonna give them money. That's it.
All right, Cynical, what is your take on Andy's statement?
You're trying to buy the vote.
Quite frankly, I do think it's concerning that somebody who's trying to be discard ace would not care about its server's members' well-being. I, for one, am supportive of a welfare system both for our country and also a welfare system for our server. And I am more than willing to become the welfare system of our server.
That's a very slippery slope.
I don't agree with that concept, Andy.
Power all in one person? Come on.
Oh, trust me, there's no power all in one person. We can enter. I don't know if Beans has any line of questioning regarding the hierarchy of Discard Pile, but we can discuss that if need be, but there will not be an all one true powerful commander here.
All right. Okay, very, very good. So, we have determined that Cynical, you would continue to support people who enter financial crises, and Andy, you would not.
No.
Oh my god, Tom was in chat. All right. This next question is for both of you, but Cynical, we'll start with you. Only the top 10% of people were able to attend your party in Ohio in 2019. Will you work to support other members' right to visit Ohio?
Absolutely, Beans, and I'm glad that you brought this up. The first party was a very small gathering in regards to the Discard Pile gathering, and I would like to expand that as much as humanly possible. I would see to it that any member willing and wanting to attend said party, I will see to the best of my ability to finance their way here in whatever way I can.
All right, Andy, will you support other members' right to visit Ohio?
Do you know what age we're in? What decade we're in? What year? The past year? A pandemic gatherings? No. Of course not. Why? And why is it always gotta be at Cynical's house? Why can't I have people go to my penthouse in California? God, that I don't have yet.
Beans, if I may interject here. Two things to touch on. Number one, the pandemic. I have been very responsible, and I have postponed all party gatherings both last year and will continue to do so this year if the pandemic is not handled effectively. Second thing of note is that I am all in favor of hosting party gatherings for Discard Pile in whatever region of the world, so long as we are all able to travel there safely.
All right, Cynical, follow-up question for you. We have a Discardia citizen who lives in Romania. Would you be willing to host one of your parties in Romania?
I would have to look at the budget for everybody involved, but I would say that it is not off the table.
All right. Andy, extending the same question to you. Would you be willing to host a party in Romania?
Hell no. I hate Romania.
All right. So we know your take on this. Moving on to discrimination. All right, so we have had some potential problems in the past with our hierarchy here. And the first question that I'm going to ask you tonight, starting with Andy, how do you feel about higher members talking down to lower members in Discard Pile?
I haven't experienced it. I haven't seen it. Like, when does that happen? I came to the server as the lowest there is 2 years ago, and no one ever shit talked to me. Who discriminates against lower people? I mean, if anything, that'd be your problem to handle, and it should have handled by now. Because I mean, you're the server owners. It just sounds like you're gonna push the problem onto us, Beans. I mean, come on.
I mean, yes, whoever gets the ace role will have a role above the king in the server, so yes, it will become somewhat of your responsibility.
But I'm saying that should we inherit the responsibility, that means the issue is there already and not dealt with. I mean, right now it's your responsibility, Beans.
So how
You could be
would you
doing
deal
something
with it?
right now.
I'm having this debate right now. That is what I'm doing. Thank you, Andy. Cynical, how do you feel about higher members
You're not
talking down to lower
part of the
members?
debate, though. No, you're
I
not
am
part.
the
You're a
debate.
moderator. You're not part of the debate.
Andy, do I need to mute you?
Do you?
Cynical.
All right, if the form is clear to make my commentary on this. Member role and member hierarchy is something that I hold very dear to my heart. I started as a lowly Jack at one point in time, back when we had Jacks in the server.
We still have Jacks on the server.
Well, true, but they're sort of rolled into their own little subunit now. But anyways, so my number one concern is transparency. And as I see it right now, we don't have enough transparency of what goes on in the admin chat, otherwise known as the Queen Quarters. I realize that Andy doesn't have access to this because he's not a mod or higher. Actually, mods don't have access to Queen Quarters. That's strictly a monarchy rule. But I digress on that point. I would like to make all admin affairs transparent. I would like to make sure that all members have an understanding of what's going on. No hiding any conversations, no taking it to DMs. We are all having this clear on public display. And we will also institute a chat for other members to comment on Queen Quarter affairs.
All right, very interesting. Andy, do you support the same amount of transparency?
No, I don't. And I'll tell you why. Because once you start getting people involved in serious conversations, it becomes a point of discussion within the entire server and just derails all conversation. And I mean, some things are better off left in private, such as conversations between people and moderators. It's just unnecessary to include people in like little scuffles here and there, because it just adds unneeded tension in the server. So I don't think there should be transparency in a moderator team on Discord, because it's a Discord server.
All right, Cynical. Andy brings up a good point about causing more tension with the transparency. What is your take on this?
I believe that the more that the public is informed, that the more they are going to be able to have a beneficial role in our community. I do believe that if there are any issues that the members have, that they will have a forum free for them to make any judgments, comments, concerns on. And I'd also like to state that our community has been relatively well about handling discourse of this nature in the past. We have had a few kerfufflings in the past, but we've always strived to get past those. And I believe that this legislation moving forward would only help serve to better our form.
All right, thank you. Moving on to a related question about lower server members. So, Cynical, we'll start with you. How do you feel? Do you think that members have enough upward mobility in the server currently?
Thank you, Beans. I do believe that there is a bit of a concern about migration up into the ranks of Discord servers, Discord in particular, I mean, and I would like to see members being able to propel themselves into higher roles more effectively. As I understand it, we only have, 2 people in the House of Cards currently? I believe that's unacceptable. I believe that we should have more denizens move up into the ranks of moderators. I believe that we are big enough of a community that we could substantiate that. I also believe that we should look into the possibility of the already established House of Card members making their way into the monarchy again.
All right. Andy, do you believe that members currently have enough upward mobility in the server?
Sure, look at me. I'm pretty up there. That's all I got. I mean, if people want to really get up there, then sure. But if the monarchy or whatever doesn't, I don't really know how the server works. But if no one likes them and they're annoying, then I mean, of course they're gonna be ignored because they're annoying. You know, I mean, if you're a good fit, then sure, I guess you could get up there. But if you're anybody who I don't know doesn't like cornflakes and you love cornflakes, and get out of here.
All right, Cynical, I was going to ask you a follow-up question, but I forgot what it was. I am sorry.
I understand it. Feel free to ask it at any point.
All right. In the meantime, this has been a controversial topic in the past, but has not been brought up recently, though it may possibly resurface again with the introduction of more server members who come from other websites that people are not as familiar with them on. So, Andy, we're going to start with you. For clarification, this is addressing the new member role, where they have limited access to viewing chat history. So, do you believe that pips should be able to see chat history in deck?
Who's pips? Are they annoying?
Potentially. The role is meant to make sure that people who shouldn't be in discard pile cannot see private information.
Is pips online right now?
I think we have one pip, and I don't think they're online right now.
Okay, well then fuck Pip. I don't care about Pip. No.
All right.
That's it.
Cynical, your take on pips?
So I take pride in our community for having nothing to hide and nothing to ever hide. So I am very staunchly anti-censorship. And on this point, I believe that pips should have the right to look at all chat history.
Are you concerned for current members' privacy, that past jokes they've made or past pictures they've shared can be seen by potential strangers on the internet who have not gained the server's trust?
I believe we might have to look at that at an individual level. I believe that if a member is concerned about the comments or jokes that they made, that we might have to reevaluate the server culture.
You guys post some sketch ass shit, dude. That server is like, it scares me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
So for people in chat, we do not currently have the alert notifications on, but thank you for any and all alerts that we have gotten. All right. Oh, this question is for Cynical. One moment, please. Oh shit, it's showing up. Hang on, I have to hide that real quick. This is a good question. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this. All right. So, Cynical, you have been known for threatening to ban members of the server, and you have acted on this threat previously in your own private server. How will you ensure members' safety moving forward?
Private server?
Yes, Beans, I do believe that is a very
Excuse
fair
me,
question.
private server? Hold on, wait, no, you can't just say that. Oh, he's in a different server and say that he has his own private server. What the hell, dude?
All right, Andy, let him respond.
Yeah, Andy, I will address your question in just a moment, but to get to Beans's question, so it is a very big concern. I understand why the question was asked, and I'll address it as such. As much as I am laid back in our server, I am also one who needs to enforce the rules. And if I see that the rules are being misrepresented or being taken advantage of, I am one to crack down the law in a sense. Thankfully, I haven't had yet to need to kick or ban a member of Discard Pile. There was an unfortunate incident in a private server where I had to temporarily let somebody go, but we did immediately bring them right back in. And as far as future bannings or kickings go, I would want this to be an issue that is, again, made to the public. I would like everybody to be in on this decision. It should be a group server run by the group. Queen's Quarters transparency, which is where this conversation would be held otherwise.
All right. Andy, how will you ensure members' safety from bans moving forward?
I just want to say private server. I mean, I'm stuck on that. You guys roasted me for being in a different server with my girlfriend. I don't even own the server. I don't even have any powers there. I can make emotes there. I can't ban people. Come on, Beans. This is rigged against me. You have a clear favorite here, and you want Nate to win. You want Nate to win because you'll feel bad if I win and he server boosts and pays people's bills and pays your bills. You're gonna feel horrible if I win, and I'm just like some shit face fucker. This is rigged. And I forgot the question.
I hear your concerns, Andy. But I felt that both of the issues were separate, and I knew that I was going to ask Cynical this question. So I feel that it's fair that both of you got asked this question.
Beans, if I may, I do feel like it is fair to address Andy's concern with my private server and let me lay it out.
I'm not concerned about your private server. I'm concerned about the hypocrisy of it being used against me and then it being so clear on your side that you have the same issue that I have.
If I may explain, the purpose of my private server is to help enhance the experience at Discard Pile. My private server is used solely for emoji creation and for other members of Discard Pile to use said emojis if they have Nitro abilities.
And why'd you ban this person?
That was a misuse of their rhetoric on my server, and I felt it appropriate for me to let them know what the consequences could be if they misbehave.
All right, so Andy, what will you do to ensure members' safety from being banned in the future?
What do you mean safety from being banned? Like if they like post child pornography, like we're not gonna ban them?
No,
If they
like
post like
for
lolicon?
for innocent members who are being threatened to be banned? How will you protect
Has there
them?
been lolicon on Discord? I feel like there has. Anyway, no, I won't protect people from being banned. If they're being a shithead, then they're gonna get banned and kicked.
All right, but if the person is innocent, what will you do?
If they're innocent, then I won't ban them. I'll unban them. I'll ban the
Right.
person who banned them.
But as Cynical unbanned the person in his server, do you think that that action is good enough?
It's a case by case scenario. I mean, these things can be handled case by case. There's no blanket for a Discord server. It's so small and contained that you're not gonna feel getting banned every day. It's not a server where you have like 40,000 members.
All right, thank you for your time, Andy. Moving on to the next question. There has been some concern with the potential robot uprising. So, Andy, we're going to start with you. Do you think that there is an excessive amount of bots in the server?
I think we need more.
More bots.
Having 2 music bots is so fun. Do we have how much music bots are in the server? We only have 1.
I believe we have 3, but a 4th one works too.
What are their names?
Do you want their official names or the nicknames?
I want their official name.
Okay.
No, I want their nicknames.
Oh, you want their nicknames?
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of them doesn't work anymore. One of them's gone. One of them's gone. Okay, then clearly out of the bots that we have Earrape-kun and we have Long Earrape-san. These bot members have been notorious for causing ridiculously loud sounds to members who have not yet turned them down and have caused permanent ear damage to these users.
How many bots are there? There's like what? I don't know. Depends what kind of bots. I think we need a minimal bots actually. Never mind about more bots because bots are kind of annoying when you have too much of them and people just keep using them. I don't know. And then everyone asks questions about them. How do you use that bot? How do you use this bot? I don't know. Figure it out. Less bots.
All right. Cynical, are you in favor of less bots?
I am all in favor of incorporating bots in as intelligent a manner as possible. If we see the need to include a bot, we should look at the capabilities of said bot, look at what benefits they will bring to the server, and ask server opinion. Take a vote.
All right. Moving on to our next topic, we are going to talk about some of the server features. Most notably, in some recent use, but still not quite as much as before, there is the resurfacing of the Minecraft server. It has been relatively inactive in recent times. Cynical, do you have a plan to revitalize the Minecraft server?
Yes, I do believe that we should have an initiative to entice members to replay and re-engage with the Minecraft server. Perhaps making some sort of perks for the server for involvement would be a nice way to start. That is something that I would have to work on the ground to ask opinion, see what people want, see what people wish to gain from said Minecraft server. But I'm all in favor of an open mind on this topic.
All right, Andy, your take?
I have a Minecraft server. I'm on my girlfriend's server. Just use that one, baby. Real servers cost money. I'm not paying for a Minecraft server.
Andy, you would not be paying for the Minecraft server. I am currently paying for the Minecraft server.
What the fucking yeah, sure. That sounds like fun. Oh my! I'd play on that. I make an actual. I made a big A. I'd make a big B. Like the letter B. Yeah, I love Minecraft.
So do you have a way of motivating other players to continue to play on the Minecraft server?
We'll have Minecraft Saturdays where we all play Minecraft naked.
Naked Minecraft.
Naked
I'm all in
Minecraft
favor.
Saturdays. Cameras required.
Nate, you're in favor of naked Minecraft.
So long as there's an age limit imposed, yes.
All right. All right then. Moving on. So, for the longest time, we have only had 3 channels in the Bazaar. But now I believe there are 5 channels. And there has been some noticeable lack of activity in BNN until one post recently. Cynical. In addition to potentially increasing activity in the Brent News Network, should there be more services provided by the Bazaar?
Absolutely, Beans. I think that's a very critical point. The Bazaar is a very special place that I think most of us in Discard Pile hold in our hearts. It's a place that we all go for enjoyment. It is a place that we wish to see new material put forth by the community. And I believe that we should engage in an initiative to see what the server members would like to see. What are people interested these days? Maybe we should encourage more bazaars to be opened. As for my own bazaar, the BNN, the Brent News Network, I am definitely motivated to creating more King of Twerks volumes as we go forward.
All right. Andy, do you think that there should be more services provided by the Bazaar?
What even is the Bazaar?
It's a public space for individual users to provide something to the server.
Like provide what? Like what?
Like a channel. Like your diary, but public.
Oh, I guess diaries can be private.
Yeah.
What was the question? Do I want more of them?
Should there be more services
Oh.
provided by them? We have such channels as the Fashion Lookbook, which has been inactive for probably a year now. Oh, I can't see him. Goddamn. Hold up. I can't do this without
Beans, if you would like me to take a look for you.
By all means, go ahead.
Yes, so we in the bazaar we have the manga review, which is it's been relatively active. It hasn't been active so much this month, but this is Homestar's domain, and I appreciate all the contributions that he has made to this. Then we have Third to be Caesar. This one is usually updated pretty regularly, I might say. Even just so much as about 10 days ago, actually. The BNN has had a long periods of stagnation. I will take full accountability for this. I will see to it that more King of Twerks volumes will be provided to the public, provided that Brent find himself not getting Facebook banned nearly as often. Fashion Lookbook is one that has been almost archived before, I believe, so we should take a look at revitalizing this. I believe that Keo has done an amazing job in the past, and we should try to motivate them going forward. And Snakes and Ladders is one as well that has been inactive for even longer period of time, I believe. Actually, no, I stand corrected. Fashion Lookbook is actually...
That is very surprising considering Syrup is not very active on the server. But yes. So, Andy, should there be more to the Bazaar?
No. I'm gonna use an analogy here from a game. This is a concept. So a game called Stellaris, right? It's like a strategy like game, kind of like Civ or any kind of baseline build your own like civilization kind of game. There's a mechanic in there called Empire Sprawl, and Empire Sprawl essentially makes it so that the faster you expand your empire, the more disorganized and more likely it is to fail. So I think with a server's discard probably like what 60 members or so, 60, 50 people.
About.
There's a shitload of channels in Discard pile. There's like a million. Like it's a chore to clear those channels and just read. And there's like not that many active people in each given channel. So I think even more channels will be daunting for most people. And I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me, I guess. I mean, you have more channels in some servers that have like 300 members on them.
All right. Andy brings up a fair criticism of the server's layout. Cynical, how do you feel on this take?
The server layout has been an issue of contention for it spans back quite a while. And I must say that we've done a great job reorganizing and recategorizing these issues. Something that I find interesting about Discard Pile is its consistency and theme. And for instance, if you don't want to partake in diaries, you can just simply close out that column. That eliminates a huge majority. The Bazaar, if you're not interested in that, you can close out that column. If you're not interested in, well, you don't have access to the administration, but for instance, discussion topics, all in, local in, town hall, you can close out that column. We have options available for people who might find it daunting. You can also mute these channels if you have no interest in them. I believe I've said a fair share of my take on this.
All right, Andy, do you have a response?
There are at least 45 channels on Discard Pile that are visible to me. I imagine there are more to people who are higher up in the server. My girlfriend's server has like 19 channels, and that's a lot to begin with, but that's just to keep things organized. I just think there's too much in the server, might I say. So I really don't think you guys need more Bazaar channels.
All right, Cynical, any final thoughts?
I would like to pose a question to Andy. If there are too many channels, which ones would you propose eliminating?
I'm not saying eliminate channels up until this point, because you guys have your own groove going. But I'm just saying more might be a bit overkill. If not all channels are like active or whatever.
All right, then that's fair enough.
Okay. Moving on. There was recently a channel added for a role bot, and now you've stated that adding more channels seems to be a detriment to the server. There was a specific channel added for acquiring roles, whereas previously you would have to type a command and possibly look up a list of commands to use for the spot in the bots channel. But now that there is a new bot, we have the roles channel, which has provided you being able to self-assign roles for games that you play, or if you want to participate in community events, and recently the addition of pronoun roles for people who want to be referred to in a specific way. Do you support the recent implementation of the roles channel cardbacks, Andy?
Yes. I'm strictly talking about channels where people are expected to have conversations.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm saying, yeah, that's a good idea. I think every server should have a roles channel where they can just click a button and then it's just, put your role, put your role. That's a no-brainer. So yeah, I'm 100% supporting that.
All right, Cynical?
Andy and I are on the same wavelength there. Card backs all the way.
So you are willing to back cardbacks?
Yes.
All right. Touching briefly on the previous question, Andy, do you consider the Bazaar channels something that people should be having conversations in?
Wait, what? Repeat that? Sorry.
Since you say that you think that having more channels for people to have conversations in is excessive, do you believe that the Bazaar's channel should have more conversational activity rather than just public services and information?
There are no conversations in the Bazaar?
Um,
Wait, are there conversations in the Bazaar?
It depends, but usually not so much.
I mean, you can't force people to have conversations in specific channels at the end of the day. I mean, it's not like having more or less channels is going to have a direct impact on people, but it's just going to have more of a long-term impact on how people like talk on the server and shit.
Okay. Cynical, any comments?
I'm all in favor of having more conversations on Bazaar, should the situation call for it.
All right. Moving on. So this is another previous controversy in the server. Do you believe that the rules surrounding the spoiler tags and also Earrape tags, if your videos are too loud, are too harsh and hinder individual expression? Cynical.
Absolutely not. And I take the consideration of all of our servers' health and well-being into account. I take their mental health and well-being into account. I believe that the spoilers tag is very crucial in preserving members' mental well-being, mental fortitude. I believe that ear rape should always be as evidently marked as humanly possible to ensure that nobody hurts their ears. I don't believe that this is a censorship issue. I believe that this is a quality of life issue.
All right, Andy, your take?
I think the need for these tags is a it's a example of the community that you fostered. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an issue. I think we do need those tags, and they're not a hindrance to people at all. Because I mean, if I'm chilling at like 2 a.m, just going through channels. I don't want to be like spooked and pee myself. Because I mean, everyone knows 2 a.m. is prime peeing time.
Andy, I would just like to state that any time is prime peeing time when you work my job, baby.
I just peed myself.
Prime peeing time.
A testament to prime peeing time. All right, now we will move on to foreign policy. So, as you are aware, our closest ally to Discard Pile is, in fact, Black Adventures Chatango, and they are also our closest rival. And many users have personal relations with citizens of BA. Should Discard Pile work towards closer involvement with the people of BA? Andy?
That's. Is it necessary? In all honesty, is it necessary to have 2 different Discord servers full of people that know each other to communicate? I mean,
Not everybody knows each
just
other.
people. Well, not everybody, but just people. How are they your ally and rival? I don't understand. Is there what's the competition?
Well, there is the annual Smash Olympics event, which is highly competitive, and they are our rival in that sense.
I see.
They also have some very prominent exports of talent and videos that we are lacking in that department.
What other kind of exports? Any images?
Yes, images do come out of BAchat.
Any pornographic images?
No.
No, none.
BA is very anti-porn.
Okay, got it. Just wanted to clarify that. No, I don't think there should be closer involvement then between the people, because I don't think some people care about BA, and reversely, I don't think they care about some people on Discard pile. I think things should stay the way as they are.
All right, Cynical?
So, I have a long-standing relationship with the members of BAchat. I'm a prominent member there myself, and I know a lot of people in our server are very prominent members in that server as well. I can name two off the top of my head, Spiffy and Shammy, very, very contribution-heavy members in both servers. I love dealing with these people on a day-to-day basis. I love hearing their thoughts and opinions on what's going on in the world and what's going on around us. It concerns me a little bit that Andy has no care or regard for the members of BAchat, considering a healthy portion of our members are a shared community. And in fact, if I may provide you a expose, as it were, I'm going to submit some evidence that Andy actually doesn't care at all about members either of BA or Discard Pile.
Oh my. Oh, here it is. Okay. I have a special YouTube thing. I need to open this in YouTube.
You want to do what
Shit.
now?
Hang on.
And before we click on play, Beans, if you're able to pause real quick.
Yeah.
Andy, I would like to ask you just preemptively, do you love and care for every member of Discard Pile?
No.
No? Okay. You may play the clip, Beans.
All right. As soon as I figure... Oh, here it is. I hope this is big enough.
Like Fat Nate.
All right.
You want to do what now? I'm sorry.
I want to make Spiffy say it again.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify. I don't think I'm hearing any sound on... Oh, wait, no, I have this muted. I'm sorry.
Of the 2024 campaign, pledge to make Spiffy sad again by using my crippling gambling addiction against Spiffy to make them sad. I will make Spiffy sad. I will make Discord user SpiffiestT #7177 sad again. I will make them so sad. I'm gonna make them really sad.
Okay, that's all the Fat Nate campaign really needed to hear. Thank you for your time.
Hang on, I'm not done yet.
Oh.
I'm gonna make them real. I'm gonna make them cry. I'm gonna make them cry so hard.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
make them cry. I love my gambling. I gamble so hard. I love gambling. I love drinking alcohol. I'm not even 21 yet. I love drinking alcohol. I don't hate Spiffy, but I just really want to make Spiffy sad. You know, I'm kind of a political Mongol. I don't have any feelings, and I just kind of rely on what my caucus tells me to do. And I really have no moral or political standing. Vote for Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Okay. Andy, do you have a response to this video?
I stand by what I said.
You stand by what you said, that you would make
Yes.
SpiffiestT sad again.
Yes. Spiffy, if you're watching, I'm gonna make you so sad.
Andy, that kind of comment concerns and shocks me because Spiffy is part of the monarchy, somebody who you would be rising above the rank of if you were to be awarded the rank.
And then I ban Spiffy.
I have no further comment. I'm, quite frankly, shocked and disgusted.
Okay, I believe I have an image for this. I'm going to add this to the debate from a source because it was not planned. All right. Thank you for that. Now then, On a similar topic, not regarding the controversy with Andy and Spiffy, Cynical. Do issues that affect BA affect DP as well?
Absolutely, Beans. Yes, they do, and that's because of how much server crossover we do in fact share. Admittedly, it has been lesser in the more recent years, but I would hope to alleviate that concern by implementing more server crossover events and integrating more server communication roles as well. I believe that every member of BAchat should be an honorary member of DP.
Every member,
Every member,
including Timps,
including Tim's.
including Abs, who you've had controversy with in the past.
Listen, Abs is a very special girl. I don't always agree with what she has to say, but I do feel as though her presence is very important, and I would always listen to what she has to say.
All right. Andy, do you believe that issues that affect BA affect DP as well?
I don't notice it. I'm not that invested.
So is that a no?
I don't know. Does it? It doesn't affect me. That's like more of like an objective question, I think, not a my opinion question.
All right. Do you think that any issues or problems that arise within BAchat specifically will have issues that come over to Discard Pile because of the close member ties?
I mean, if someone's talking shit about someone over here, then maybe. But if they're having a little infight, scuffle, probably not. But if it's about us, then yeah.
All right, Nate, any further comments?
I just want to say that I feel as though BA's presence is very important to Discard Pile's way of life, and that we should always work to encourage server interaction, particularly in regard to events such as the Smash Olympics.
Okay, that is a perfect segue into our next topic. Andy, you will start off with this question. It may be some difficulty for you since you're probably not aware. Recently in the Smash Olympics, we introduced a third server that was not Oh Boy or GGU. It was, in fact, Woomy Anarchy, which also has a lot of crossover members from BA. Do you think that the recent addition of Woomy Anarchy to the Smash Olympics is a threat to Discard Pile?
No.
It's
just a server.
Yeah. It's just a server.
Yeah.
All right. Cynical. Do you think that Woomy Anarchy is a threat?
Absolutely, Beans. And forgive me for my language here, but abso-fucking-lutely! Did you see the absolute domination that Woomy Anarchy had given us in the Smash Olympics? Not only our server, but BAchat as well. BAchat invited Woomy Anarchy in. They invited them in. I was all for it because I didn't know. I was not aware of the threat that Woomy Anarchy posed. That Zelda? I don't know if you saw the clips. I felt it. I was there, damn it. I know exactly what happened on those battlefield stages, okay? I know the carnage that happened in the Omega Field versions of all the stages. There were no stage hazards. There were no items. It was competitive play. And Woomy Anarchy fucking destroyed us. They ruined our chances. And I believe that we need to work together with BAchat to ensure that another Woomy Anarchy does not take place again.
All right. As a follow-up to that, you think that Woomy Anarchy is a threat despite BA's victory in the previous Smash Olympics?
Absolutely.
All right, Andy, any further comments?
Nope.
No comments about Cynical's passion for this statement, no?
Get good, kid.
Andy, let me ask you a question, kid. Who do you main in Smash, huh?
I don't play Smash.
Exactly. Fuck off.
Okay, boomer.
It's getting spicy in here. All right. That is our final issue for today. In regards to specific issues, we are now going to move on to voter questions, specifically from the discard pile public, directly into your ears. So, our first question comes from Lily, who originates from Chitango and is a member of the Dove Party. Lily asks, which minority do you hate the most? Cynical, you may go first.
I hate the minority. Where did Andy go? Where did Andy go? Why did Andy leave? Okay. I hate the minority that is the elite class, okay? They are a minority that must be stopped.
All right, a fair answer. Andy, which minority do you hate the most?
Fucking Christ, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I will say, Andy, if you want to refrain from answering, I will permit that. I do believe that Lily
you'll
might
permit
need
it? You'll permit
reconciliation
it?
for this.
Get
I
out of
believe
here.
we
You'll
might have
permit
to
nothing.
force Lily
You'll
for this one.
permit nothing. I hate Nate. That's my answer.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
All right, I will
I hate
accept that
FIFA.
answer for this question. The next question is another hard hitter, and I'm sure you're going to have fun answering this one. Our next question comes from Demo from Oh Boy. He is a member of the Party of Twerks, and he asks you, "Are you a pedophile?"
Who? Like to both of us?
Yes. These are general questions from the voters.
I don't care who's being asked first. No. The answer is no.
Andy, is that your answer on screen?
No is my answer.
All right. Good answer. Thank you very much. Our next question comes from Codex from Chitango and they are a member of the Administrative Robot Party of Discard Pile. Codex asks, how do you feel about monkeys forced to crack coconuts for food? Cynical, you may go first.
I think it's a tragedy. I believe that we should give all monkeys reasonably sized nutcrackers to crack open the coconuts instead. I wasn't even aware this was an issue. This has gone completely under my radar. Codex, I apologize to you. This is a very critical failing on my part. I strive to be better. I strive to do better. I'll save those monkeys. No more hard labor with cracking open coconuts.
Andy?
Monkey.
How do you feel about these monkeys forced to crack coconuts for food?
Monkey.
Are you willing to support the monkeys in their quest for food? Andy, will you personally return to Monk to save these monkeys?
Monkey.
Is the answer that's still on your screen still relevant?
Monkey.
All right, I believe that Andy is directly convening with the monkeys to tell him his support. All right, on to the next question. This question comes from Laffy from California, who is a member of the Alien Waifu Hunting Party. Laffy asks, if you become ace, is there anything you would do that goes against the norm that would improve discard pile?
I guess
Andy.
I would really have to see what needs to be done against the norm. I don't know, that's a very open-ended question. I'm going to say I'm open-minded to it. I believe that all norms should be challenged at some point.
All right, is there anything unique that you have thought of that goes against the status quo that you would like to establish?
I think earlier when I mentioned the Queen's Quarters Transparency Initiative, that would go against the current norm, at least in the monarchy of discard pile.
All right. Andy, is there anything that you would do that goes against the norm to support discard
I
pile?
would invite all my friends.
That's a fair answer. All right. On to the next question, which comes from Spiffy from Oh Boy, who is a member of the Clubs Party. They ask, what's the deal with airline food? Andy, your take?
That really comes down to who you are as an individual and what your walk of life is, and really what you stand for as an individual, your beliefs, your ideologies, your religion. It all starts from birth, honestly. It depends on who your parents were, whether they're healthcare service or working in a trade, politics, so on and so forth, law. It depends on your education. It depends on really everything. It's not a matter of what is the deal with airline food, but it's more so what is the deal with the individual. That is all.
All right, Cynical, your take?
I gotta say, Andy, I love you as a person, I respect you as a candidate, but I could not have disagreed more. Airline food is not an
Suck my
individual
dick.
basis. It is a basis on which it affects all of us. I believe that airline food has been shitty for the past few decades. Now, I haven't had the chance to partake in any currently because of the pandemic, but I would imagine that the quality has only decreased, not increased. I believe that we need to take a firm stance against this. If we're paying our wages to get first class flights, we should be expected to get first class meals. What the fuck? Come on, American Airlines. You can do better.
All right, thank you two very
It's so
much.
plain.
Thank you two very much for your answers. All right, we're getting close to the end here. The next question comes from one of our Brits in the server. Zeno, originally from Twitch and member of the Pokemon Party, asks, how would you crack down on the rampant use of memes in discard pile?
I guess I'll go first. As a meme connoisseur myself, I don't see an issue with the memes being posted in discard pile. In fact, I feel like there's a substantial lack of memes, at least coming from a wide variety of members. I see it as the members who post memes, and the members who do not, do not. It's a very one-sided issue, I feel, and I feel like we need to address this by giving more meme access to all members. I feel as though members who do not have good meme resources do not have access to high-quality memes. Maybe Discard Pile is the source of their quality memes. Maybe they feel as though Discard Pile does not have quality memes, in which case I would be really wanting to hear their take on it, and I would want to address the issue. Make Discard Pile great memes again.
All right, Andy, how do you feel about the memes in discard pile?
Zeno, vote for me and I'll deal with it however you want me to deal with it.
appealing to the individual voter. I see.
I'm a family man.
Zeno, are you present in the chat? Can you tell us the way that you want Andy to deal with memes?
Doesn't matter. I'll do whatever.
In the meantime, let me get the next question. Ban on meme
Okay.
post, he says.
I'll do it. This is up for me, and I'll.
So are you willing to ban anybody who posts a
Yes.
meme? Anybody?
Yes. Yes.
Posting memes will be illegal.
Yes. Yes. If this is what Zeno wants.
All right.
Disgusting.
Here's our final voter question, and then we can move on to audience questions for anybody who is a straggler and has a question. And then we will be ending with closing statements. Also, thank you, Codex, for the subscription. I appreciate it. And if you guys are willing, we can all do dabs right now.
Absolutely.
Andy,
I'm not dabbing.
you're not dabbing?
No.
All right, we'll get dabbed on, son. Ow. I pulled out my fucking headphones doing that. Ow. Okay. The final question comes from me, Beans from California and member of the Clubs Party. And I ask, do you support the implementation of a bullet train across California or even across the country so that citizens have an alternative to airline long distance travel?
No.
And avoiding that airline food.
Too hard.
It's too hard. You don't think we can do
I
it?
have to agree with Andy here. That's just trains so last century. Come on, get with the times.
I hate trains.
Same. Fuck them.
All the time.
Yeah.
Including very fast trains.
And especially that's unsafe. Well, you got yourself a road, and then you got yourself some kids, and then there's just a train track right going through. You got dead kids. Beans, you a kid? You a kid hater? I thought you wanted kids.
I am very much pro
Gun
kid.
control.
Come on.
And they want a bullet train.
However,
Why would you call it a bullet train?
That's a nationwide bullet.
Guns? What?
Okay,
Why
well,
do you want to shoot people, Beans?
I do not personally call it a bullet train. I put that there for people who are less familiar with the term Shinkansen, which is the Japanese term. Japanese,
This is America. Get out of here with your Japanese term.
the
Always
Japanese
American here.
have properly implemented bullet trains across the country, and it has improved daily life. And
They're a little island.
An island the size of California, mind you.
Yeah, Beans. I played Pokemon Gold Silver and their remakes Heart Gold to Soul Silver. They have a bullet train there, and let me tell you, the Fly HM is much more efficient. Why the fuck would I use a bullet train when I can just use a Pidgey and fly?
Have you been known to use Pidgeys and fly in real life, Cynical?
Well, I feel like it's a little rude to ask a little Pidgey to use me to use it to fly me, but the point stands. I would use something more like a Pidgeot, you know.
Okay, do you think that the American people, or even the Discard people for this matter, because we have some Europeans, have easy access to Pidgeys and other flying Pokemon?
Well, no, that's stupid. I'm just saying, why would you want a bullet train when there's so many more accommodable means? Bring Pokemon to the US, what the fuck? Come on, simple.
And how would you propose bringing Pokemon to the US?
You're a weeb, you tell me. This is why I want to work in tandem with you people. This is why I need to be ace so I can crack down on the monarchy for not doing their shit.
Give me Ace Roll because Nate really wants it.
You think that I personally should bring Pokemon to the discard
Are
pile?
you saying that you have the capability of doing so and you're holding out on us? I say
do
you're
not.
bad.
No, I am not capable of bringing Pokemon to the table.
Well, then we need to find out who is.
I agree.
I
Let's
will
find
start
out
right
who is.
here, right now. I'm making it official. The Bring Pokemon to Discard Pile initiative. The Bring Pokemon to America initiative. Right here, right now, Golden Feather Party standard.
All right. With that, I would like to see if anyone in the audience has a question for our candidates. You may take a break while we wait for people to type in chat. So if anyone wants to, it's a little bit tricky because I can't just have people join the call because then it'll move all of our portraits.
I'll add someone to the call.
No, Andy, don't do it. Cynical, I know you said you wanted people to be able to join call if they wanted to, but
I mean, not if it interferes with the format.
I'm just not sure how to handle it. Because, like, I could have people call me on Benji, but then you wouldn't be able to hear it. Maybe if you listen on the stream.
I'd say typing into stream chat should just suffice enough.
Okay. I mean, Aya, if you want an invite back to the server, you're welcome to come back anytime. Do you need an invite? Oh my god, Lily wrote a paragraph. Okay. I think I'm going to go in order of the chat here. So our first chat here that we have is a very simple question that I do not know the answer to. This question is posed by Durtan23, and they ask, car girls?
Yeah, I'll give Valerie whatever she wants.
I'll second that notion. Car girls, you show me one, hell yeah.
All right, seems we are very pro car girls in this chat. This next question is posed by Aya, who is currently in chat as Decane720. Anime ban when?
Immediate, effective immediate.
Yeah, that's a day one policy for me.
Cynical, this would mean no more posting of Pokemon porn or hybrid Togekiss porn. Ooh.
Absolutely, that's one of the first things. That's one of the issues I've had with this server for a long time, actually. The fact that
sorry, what? Pokemon porn?
Exactly, Andy. Exactly.
There's Pokemon porn on the server?
If you look back in the archives, you will find, in fact, Pokemon porn.
Pokemon porn.
Granted, they are contained in bent cards.
Yes.
Or at least they should be. If they're not, then we have another issue that has gone under the radar. But to my knowledge, they are in bent cards, the NSFW chat.
Was that the lolicon?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Who were the characters in the Pokemon porn?
I think Leaf was one of them.
That's lolicon, buddy.
It depends on presentation, but yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go for Lily's very long question here. I bet the text is gonna... Yeah, hang on. Lily's gonna laugh at me for this. Okay. Candidate Fat Nate, I couldn't help but notice that candidate Andy failed to join the triple dab earlier, thus completely ruining it. If you're elected, do you plan to make joining group dabs mandatory? And if so, what punishments would you apply to those who refuse?
Lily, I want to say I appreciate the question. I appreciate the directness and tone. I would address this by first stating a similarity. People have the right to vote, but they are not obligated to vote. Should we punish those who are not partaking in our voting system? Absolutely not. As such, people who wish to abstain from dabs should have the right to, without any recourse of punishment.
I would ban dabbing.
Heard it here first, folks.
Can I say something unrelated?
Yeah.
My first act would be to ban Lolicon from the server.
All right, that's
because Discord servers can get removed for Lolicon, and that puts you guys at risk.
fair.
There's ever a rat in the server? I almost got like a 3,000 population server like deleted from the face of the earth because it had Lolicon on. I mean, if you ever get a rat in your server, man, that's gonna be a big issue. I'm for national security.
We do have a rat in our server currently. It is Cap, also known as the Fat Rat. He very well could out us if such information was discovered in bent cards.
Who's that?
Cap.
And you were on stream with him.
What?
He was the one playing the desert car simulator.
Oh, I don't know everyone's name. I just know their faces.
All right. This next question comes from Conra. How come the FDA allows insect parts in our food?
It's fucking delicious. What?
Protein.
Yeah. Protein, flavor, little bedazzle. I don't think any more needs to be said about that.
I agree.
And then last question, which is also from Lily. Candidate Andy, I couldn't help but notice the text on your cam. If you get elected, do you plan to return to Monk?
I already am monk.
Cynical, would you return to Monk?
No.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. It is now time for our closing statements. And, let's see. Do either of you have a preference for what order you go in?
They're calling me a pedophile in chat. What the fuck, man?
Oh no.
Okay, Lily.
All right, Andy, I'm going to let you go
What?
first since you're the newcomer to this monarchy sphere. You have 3 minutes to say your closing statements. Starting now.
Vote for Andy. Vote for Andy. I'm really good. Look at me. Aren't I cute? Look at Nate. Look at me. Aren't I cute? I think you're cute. I would kiss you. You know, call me anytime you want. I'm always available. You know, quarantine. Just call me on Discord. I'll answer. Blow you a kiss. Personally. I'll shake your hand. I'll shake whatever you want me to shake. I'll shake my ass. Just vote for me. The vote for Andy is a vote wasted. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you very much, Andy. Cynical, your 3 minutes starts now.
All right, Beans, I sent you a picture in the chat we have on Discord. If you could please put that up, it is relevant to my closing statement. But to begin, this was a question that was posed at the very beginning, and I feel it would be disingenuous to ignore. There have been accusations lobbied at me about not being fat, that I am not Fat Nate. And to that I say, that is accurate. I am not Fat Nate. What you see on screen right now, that was Fat Nate. Fat Nate has and always will be a symbol of what you can be and what you can become and strive to overcome. I was Fat Nate once. Fat Nate was not somebody who you would wish to have been. But Fat Nate did become somebody who you would want to become. Me. Golden Feather Party Nate. The cynical poet. A vote for me is a vote towards progress. Together we are invincible. We will make Discard Pile great again. Show your golden feathers.
All right. Thank you both very much for coming to this debate. We appreciate having you here tonight for these 3 hours. It was absolutely incredible. Now, if you two will shake hands and exit the stage.
Which way? This way?
The other way.
That way?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Adieu.
Goodbye.
And thank you to everyone who subscribed or followed or cheered. I noticed Felf was throwing some pennies at us.
Well, I like mine being big. Why'd you make it smaller?
Because you're not Fat Andy.
Oh, you're not Fat Nate either.
Right you are.
There may or may not be more than one debate. It depends on how
Hold on,
we're
I
all
never
feeling.
signed up for more than one debate. I never signed up for more than one.
You don't have
This
to
is
be
the only
there.
one you're getting out of me.
You don't have to be
This is
there.
the only
But,
one.
it depended on if anybody else wanted to run for ace. I did a lot of work into this that I don't necessarily want to do more.
If you vote for me, we will make more presidential debates.
Vote for me, and I'll ensure the end of the ace roll. So there's no more of this.
If nobody else joins the race, then we'll probably have voting next weekend. This was a lot of
Will
fun.
that
though.
be on stream, or will that just be held in Discard?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Google, stop. Ow. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That hurt my ears. Google, what the fuck? That was the timer. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Lily. That was louder than everything in my browser. What the fuck? Okay. What was I saying? But yeah, this was a lot of work. But it was worth it. This is a very fun stream.
I'm gonna fight somebody. It's gonna be you or Nate. I'm gonna fight somebody.
Thank you.
Can we have a presidential fight?
Fuck you up.
Fight
Fuck
stream.
either of you up.
This is where you choose the terms, right? And your choice of fight is Smash.
No, no. Physical, steel chairs, tables and
I'd
ladders.
fucking do it. I would legit do this.
Full
I
four-corner
would
ring with 3
absolutely.
ropes.
This is not a meme. I would absolutely go with this.
I'll fight you.
I will fight you.
I will drop kick you.
I'd like to see you try. I will bring Fat Nate back for this occasion, so it's physically impossible for you to do such.
Lily,
game
the
roll, mate.
VOD of this should be uploaded by tomorrow to my YouTube. But it'll be the same time that this was streamed tonight, so it'll probably be around 5 o'clock my time.
Are you gonna edit this shit down or just upload it
No,
completely?
I'm just gonna upload it straight. I mean, I could edit it, but that would require time and effort. And I have school. Maybe
Whatever that
someday.
means.
I have a video I was supposed to edit down and never did, so yeah. Thank you for humoring this joke far enough and dressing up for it and acting like real debaters. It was fun.
Well, I wouldn't say everything was acting like real debaters, but
Yeah.
By and large.
I was completely serious the entire time.
I'm sure you were, Andy.
Lily says democracy is no joke.
You're a joke. Romania. Was that a fantasy? It was like Equestria for My Little Pony.
Equestria?
You just make the entire screen me. Just be me.
I could, but why would I do that? Some propaganda
Oh.
shit right there.
No.
Oh, let me see if I can do that. Oh wait, actually I'm gonna make it full screen. Here you go, Andy.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Andy. Hi. Hi.
Just make the chat box up.
I'm on twitch.tv/BeansproutMonozu. This is a Twitch chat. This is Twitch. I want pad thai. You got that right, Durtan23, otherwise known as Valerie. I'd like to thank my homies out in chat. The great Kandar, my good friend, her name's Candice. I'd like to thank Netch. That's my good friend Candice.
Oh
I'd like
shit,
to
I'm
thank
looking at my
Dirtan.
notes. I'm looking at my notes and it seems I've forgotten a critical point.
Oh no.
I got the inside scoop that Andy once told a homeless man to eat cardboard.
I did. That was pretty funny.
It
I'd
was
like to
pretty
thank
funny.
Dirtan, my good friend Candice. I'd like to thank Obama. Yeah, he ate the cardboard. He liked it. Tell you anything. I'd like to thank my good friend Candice. She was a real MVP. Candice was the GOAT. I like to thank Netch. That's my girlfriend, not Candice. That's Nina. I'd like to thank my good friend Dirtan. That's my good friend No, her name's not Ken. Her name's Valerie. I like to thank Valerie.
I have
She's
no idea
pretty
who
funny.
you are anymore. I thought I did, now Andy screwed it all up.
Look, Dirtan is Valerie. The great Kandar is Candice, and Netch is Nina.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know where Johnny is though. Oh yeah, he was Euphoric Phoenix. He was in the beginning, but he went to sleep like a little baby.
Yeah, thank you all of Andy's friends for stopping by. It was really cool of you to participate.
Even though they can't vote. Talking about voters and franchisement, am I right?
You vote for me for Ace, I'll make sure you can vote.
You'll add them in the server?
Yeah, fuck, we'll add them right now.
Yeah, does anybody want to join our degenerate server?
I think they're okay. I think they're just fine.
But you said if you
I
were
think we
Ace,
turned
Andy,
them
that
off.
you would
I
invite
think-
them.
I think I turned them off from the server, actually.
Look, Candice says definitely not.
Candace, what is wrong with the server and what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, look, Nina says they're good on their side of the world. And they're on their own little server.
We're going to start a war with your server.
No, leave them out of this. They did nothing to you.
Wait, can I join their server?
We're gonna colonize your server.
No.
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 What? Why no?
No.
Andy, do you hate me?
No.
Then why can't I join?
Because it's my girlfriend's server.
Your girlfriend is in chat?
Yeah, she's Netch.
Netch, can I join?
She's gonna say no.
Oops.
I'm Fat Nate.
I don't know.
You know me now. It's like we've been together since preschool or something. Like, you just watched me for like 3 hours. How do you not know? You should know me.
Add people in the call, Beans. Add everyone in the call. Add everyone in the call.
I don't know all these people to add them
But
on the call.
I can get to know you then, and we can be friends, and I can say hi, and I'll post a meme in the server or something. Oh,
Oh my
shit!
God.
We actually are adding people.
I can't believe Andy actually just called everyone. Alright, get in
Did they
here if
pick
you
up?
want to be on the stream.
Are they gonna join? Oh,
Oh,
there's
somebody
Nina.
join.
Hi, Nina.
Hello.
Yo, Nina!
What's up?
We just had a debate. Did you see it?
Yes, I witnessed the whole thing.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, Valerie.
Oh, thank you for your condolences.
What is happening here? Why did I get a call?
Valerie! In the chat!
Please don't say my name like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Where's Candace?
Candace probably won't join.
Hey, Caesar.
Hello.
Yo, Caesar, my boy! You're a
What's-
boy, right? I forgot.
Lily's like, put me in, coach.
Why did you add me to this?
I don't know. Bored.
We're having fun.
Are we?
I thought we were. I've been wrong about things before. Lily!
Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh, there's Candace.
Candy!
Hey, Candace, meet Lily. Lily, meet Candace.
Uh-oh.
Lily.
What?
The great Kandar, meet farm-fed organic Lily.
Oh, how's it going?
It's going. It's currently 6:25 a.m.
Dope.
What are you doing up so early?
I know what the fuck.
Why aren't you up
I
early?
mean, the debate started at like 3 a.m. So
Lily's not known for her good sleep schedule.
Okay.
Okay, cowpoke.
at least I try to be, but my buddy hates it.
Aw.
What if I just add random people? Do you think they would
Yeah,
like it?
sunlight makes it a pain
Andy,
in the ass
no.
to fall asleep.
Yo, guys, I gotta level with you real quick. Has anybody ever worn a suit that is literally 3 times their size?
Yes, you.
Besides
Who
me,
did
'cause it
that?
is very uncomfortable.
I've worn the other way around.
Nate, is that like is that a
3
fat
times
Nate suit,
smaller.
or did you steal that from your dad?
They
This
made
is
me a trade
This
suit.
is the tux that I wore to a wedding when I was 300 some odd pounds.
When you were fat, Nate.
You got married?
Ah,
Fat Nate's not a shtick. Fat Nate was real.
sounds like we need to trade suits, Nate.
Bless you. Bless
Thank you.
problem.
Who wants the suit?
I'll
Right
take
over
it and I'll
there.
burn it.
Donating.
Caesar does.
Caesar, you want my suit?
Totally.
Okay. Nate. So I get it. The suit comes from a different time when you were truly fat Nate. But that doesn't excuse the slovenly tie.
I'm sorry. This was like pre-tied before. I just threw it on. I didn't think much of it.
What about my
Yeah, I can
tie?
tell.
I spent like 5 minutes trying to fix the size of my tie because the skinny piece was too long.
If you can't tame your tie, at least clip it or
And
something.
it didn't even appear on
Absolutely
stream, so it didn't matter.
Now turn the tie into a bow tie.
Turn it into a noose.
Now that I can get behind.
Instead of a tie, get bolo ties.
Can you confirm that if
Yeah,
you win the
Saldo
election, you will
Milk.
provide everyone with nooses? Or is the plural niece?
Niece.
I will provide everybody with one niece.
And one nephew.
noose, you fucking idiot.
Ooh.
Niece is the
We
plural.
weren't clear on this.
If you don't provide nephews, you're sexist.
You know, like goose and geese or moose and niece.
So when is the election day?
Probably next weekend.
Awesome.
Why next weekend?
Hey,
So people
hey,
have time
guys,
to watch the VOD if they need to.
Guys, me and my gang are gonna head out in style now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Okay.
Alright.
It's been nice meeting you all. Thank you
I'll
for
go to style then.
wasting your
Andy,
time with us.
let me put
Alright.
Andy gang out this bitch.
Bye, y'all.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
All
See,
right.
it's
don't-
funny because Fat Nate did not get invited to the server.
I feel like they actively hated us, actually.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Just
I'm
like
not
when
sure
we
how much of that
anarchists.
hostility was a meme and how much was real, but I
have
definitely
no
felt
idea.
at least some was real.
All right.
Wait, isn't this
I'm
gonna stay up?
yeah. I'm going to end the stream now.
Absolutely.
So thank you everyone for coming, whether you hated us or not. It was a fun experience. I had a great
Stream
time.
abortion.
I
Stream
apologize for my
abortion.
comment.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Nah.
Oh yeah, was Dab again?
Well, it's not gonna lie, Nate, but when I put in the question for which minority do you hate the most, I expected it to be like, I don't hate any minorities, and then I'd be like, really, you don't hate the minority that is rapists? And
Oh my
but you
God.
actually handled that expertly.
Yeah, you had a great answer for that. It was amazing.
I knew you were coming with that, so I had something prepared.